Somebody said I don't think Cardi like bald niggas. You know what? Let me. No, that's not true. First of all, I'm not. I'm not gonna make fun of people that don't have no hair at all because my side of the family, all of my uncles, by the age of fucking 40, 50, they start losing their hair. So I'm not even gonna think, honey, because I have a son. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my son to lose his hair. But I love me some bald niggas. I put my pussy right on their fucking head.
Back in the day.
But now I'm a married woman.
Okay, there you go. There you go, girl. There you go. You gotta be a married freak, girl. You can't be just acting like you're leaving for the other little scallywags who say they fuck every type of nigga as long as they got money. You only fuck one.
All right, guys. Goodbye. I gotta go. Yeah.
They have
Gosh,
no
I really
airtime for
hate.
Joe.
I really didn't want to do this to this man, but you've been getting me mad. He been really, really, really getting me mad. I really hate that it had to come to this. I really hate that it had to come to this, Joe Budden. Fuck Joe Budden. Fucking Joe. Fucking fuck. I really hate that it had to come to this. You know what I'm saying? I really wish we would have had a conversation. Cause I'm more of a person that I'd rather have a conversation than just like just start fucking shooting. But it is what it is. Like it's like bro, like you see what I'm saying? Like don't like you've been trying me for too long for no fucking reason. So now we here. Now we here. I really hate that it had to come.
Mm.
I really hate that we have to come to this, bro, because I do like how a lot of people be like, oh, that he doesn't really deserve like a seat and like music critique. I think he's like one of the like the real. Oh shit, I can't. I'm so hungry. I can't even talk anymore. I do feel like he's a really great critic, but that's what I hate the most. I hate that you're such a great critic that you do certain things when it comes to me on purpose because you know exactly what the fuck you're doing. So it's like I'm not talking to a stupid nigga. You just act stupid when it comes to me, and that's why I hate that it had to come to this. That's why I hate that it had to come to this. Shut up, y'all niggas are so y'all so late. Some of y'all are so stuck in fucking 2017, 2018. Shut the fuck up.
All right. Look like she's wrapping up here. Okay. Are you ending this party?
Ooh, that hurt it. That hurt it. Oh my gosh. Let me delete this bald guy from my page. um Cardi is such a low vibrational bitch. Yes, bitch. I'm low vibrational. I'm a whole plate of fucking barbecue ribs, bitch, and fucking corn, bitch, with mashed potatoes, bitch. Yeah,
Let me
bitch.
try to
Very
find
low
what he said.
vibrational, bitch. I'm a whole fucking barbecue plate, bitch. I don't give a fuck.
I think I see
Yeah,
Milano put it
yeah,
out.
y'all so used to these fucking fake little hee 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 ha ha. Fuck that shit. Tired of people shit.
There we go.
Tired of people shit, bro. I'm gonna keep fucking playing with me.
Wait, how could I find this? Uh, there's a okay, here it is. Okay. So
Yeah, I would have party.
let me play Joe's comments. Is she done? I don't think so. I don't think she letting Joe up either.
Mm-hmm.
She talks pretty slow.
Yeah.
I would absolutely.
You will never get another Cardi album again.
And you've been standing on that.
I am standing on it.
And they talked about that in the office when I went up there. Like
but now that Cardi got something dropping with my man Rob, Big Rob on Friday.
Saw that.
That's gonna be crazy, but that's what Cardi's about to be.
You know what? You know what I hate? This is very random, but you know what I hate? When people be like when a celebrity search their name and people be like, why are they searching their name? Because people are talking about them.
Yeah, just
if
single
somebody's
artist.
talking about you, you're gonna look up what people are talking about you, but nobody's talking about you because nobody knows you. So I feel like if you're a celebrity or somebody's talking about you, why not look at your name? They're talking about you. It's not like you're not looking at somebody else's name. You're looking up your name, not nobody else's name. Why would you not look up what people are saying about you? You're not looking up somebody else's name. I hate when but that's just a little point of view.
And my nigga Balenciaga out. Did niggas cancel Balenciaga?
All right. Go. Y'all better go listen to. Oh yeah, is the music video dropping tonight for that Raw 49 record?
Okay. All right. Unfortunately, we're gonna click out of this. Let's just play Joe's comment.
You've been standing on that.
I am standing on it.
And they talked about that in the office when I went up there. Like
but now that Cardi got something dropping with my man Rob, Big Rob on Friday.
Saw that.
That's gonna be crazy, but that's what Cardi's about to be now. Just a single artist. You're not getting none of that shit.
I mean, you was right too.
About what?
About Atlantic wanting to put out an album. You was right. See, you be right sometimes about them wanting to put out an album. We don't care about none of that shit.
I ain't spoken to nobody at Atlantic. I'm just be on a hunch. So you don't.
See, that's where Joe lies. You're getting fed like I get fed. Pause. That's where, when I realized Joe lies like that was during the motorsport thing. We both showed up to job as numero uno. And by the way, congrats to my guy for number 2. I think he spoke on us being number 1 and number 2 again. But we've been number 1 and number 2 since 2017. We own 7 years, right? Again, being in that position is much more than having opinions that matter. It's also being the go-to guy for information and narrative. That's a fact. We showed up to work and we seen on the agenda motorsport. We both got the same info from different people. That's why go back to that motorsport episode, epic episode. We both got the same info though. I mean, at this point, I'm not going to say people's names, but I'll tell you where I got the info from. Someone anonymously, and it was anonymous, but I could kind of deduce who it was, sent me the original verse, right? So the original song before it was forced to be changed, which I eventually leaked on Twitter, wherever I leaked it at. And then secondly, the people who had to clear it and were working with the main artists involved, they told me of how they had to apply pressure and why they had to apply pressure for the song to be how it is. That's how I got my info, right? Now, when I'm saying the people who told me, I'm not talking about a nigga who's just like ears dropping. I'm talking about the nigga who pushes the button, the nigga who runs the shit. Like, I'm not talking to no other nigga that knows the nigga. We don't talk to second in command. We only talk to bosses. When Joe gets his info, Joe is not talking to no peons. Now, some of the stuff you could deduce. I'm not saying he can't. But Joe is talking to the head of Atlantic. 100 million, 1,000%. They're telling him. This is why I think Cardi's rant at him is a little bit misplaced. Joe gonna be like, oh, I just guessed it. No, he didn't. Bro, Atlantic is... What you should take from what Joe is saying, Atlantic ain't gonna tell you this, Cardi, because they don't want to piss you off. But they're frustrated. They want to talk shit about you. I'll give you even more examples, chat. There was a label that felt that an artist who had gotten into a relationship that was public, they felt like that relationship was getting in the way of said artist and their duties being a musician. They felt like that artist was on the way to fall off. You know what that label did? And I'm not going to say the label nor the artist. And no, it's not Carisha, because I think that's an obvious name. It's not her. The label, who profits from the artist, niggas sent me shit that they knew on a narrative level would be embarrassing for the artist being with that woman. Why? Because every time they would pull this nigga aside, yo, bro, you know this is a bad look for PR wise. Like you looking like a clown, yo, bro, yo. They're telling the nigga for 6 months. He's ignoring it. He's in love. Okay, how do we get this fuck nigga out of love and back to doing what we need to do? Yo, Ak, here's some shit. When you post it, everybody's going to be laughing at this bitch ass nigga. You know when everybody's laughing at him? We're going to give him a nice call. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I seen it, man. They're killing you on the blogs. We try to tell you. We try to tell you. Yo, come on, man. All right, listen, yo, let's have a meet. Let's lock in. Let's figure out how to change the conversation. We're going to get back to the music. Finally, the artist is listening. Finally. So what I'm saying is that Cardi being mad at Joe, Cardi should realize, ding dong, your label is mad at you and leaking shit. I guarantee, I won't say 99, 80% of the shit that Joe says about Cardi came directly from Atlantic. He's just not going to give up his source, and he's just not going to say it. So he's going to sound like a guy with a crystal ball. I bet that, because I guarantee they probably had meetings with Cardi and saying, when's the album coming? Yo, we have deadlines. Give us is the album coming this year? If it's going to be dropped in the fourth quarter, we need it at least by August, September. And Cardi's like, I'm not ready yet. I'll let y'all know. All right. They're trying to put some pressure on her. How they put pressure? Yo, Joe, man, this is what's going on. Blah, 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 blah. Album ain't coming this year. Look like Cardi ain't really interested in music no more. Blah, blah, blah. Joe get on his platform. I got a hunch. Cardi might not be into this shit no more. What the narrative that drives? Cardi's on Spaces now, wilding out, except her target is wrong. Joe don't gain nothing or earn nothing other than today when you mention his platform. Now everyone's going to listen to him respond to it. But he don't benefit from your career or not, whether you do drop or not. Who benefits? The label leak shit. Trust me, you could always rely on a label when they can't control the artist because, it's like basketball. You know what I mean? Like, the players goddamn have more power than the owner, but the owner signs a check. So sometimes you got to get him in line. And this is how you do it, right? So just listen to Joe. Now, I don't know Queens Flip that much. He might not be a music guy, right? So he might just be saying shit. So he might just be like, oh man, yo, Joe, wow, you really know how to guess. Joe ain't know how to guess that well, bro. Joe is speaking to the label. Like I speak to every label, like everybody speaks to every label. You know what I'm saying? At least if you're of that ilk or you care to.
But we don't care about none of that shit.
I ain't spoken to nobody at Atlantic. I'm just
definitely did
be on a hunch. So you done went and got some information from somewhere.
I'm
sure somebody involved wants Cardi to put out an album.
What?
Yeah, of course.
But that's also an obvious take too. So that's why you can't really pinpoint if they fed him it, pause, or he's just saying it. But even then, he has proper authority. Like he's not gonna say she's not dropping an album if she turned in the album. They would tell her like, oh, the Cardi album coming soon, bro. We get heads up all the time. Like, I'll tell you this now. Half the time with Playboy Cardi, it comes from the label. The other half comes from him. Like, half the time, like, shit. Who you thought gave me, remember me being on Control? Who you thought gave me that info? The label hit me. Hey, Cardi album coming, Christmas. Yo, Cardi gonna hit you too. You know what I mean? This shit official. I say, y'all gave me 5 dates. Bruh, you can announce it. Hit Cardi coming. I'm good to go. Announce it on stream. I get called back another day. Hey, Ak, yo, because they were watching. Hey, Ak, yo, we loved your announcement. Could we use it for the album? Of course. You know what I mean? I don't even know why we are acting like labels. No, they talk to us and we talk to them. They talk shit about their artists, but not to hurt their artists, to help their artists. You know what I mean? Sometimes labels will leak their shit through us. It just happens.
I'm sure Offset wants Cardi to put out an album. Hey, fellas out there, boyfriends, y'all know that feeling, right? When you want your bitch to get a job, you in the house, your bitch just won't leave. She's just in there on top of you.
Now, I think this is where Cardi also probably thinks is like on that line. Because I remember defending Joe to Drake about hip hop opinions. You can't get, like, even if Joe is not gonna say it, which I think he's slick that way. He's smart. He looks like if you say, well, I talked to the label and they told me this, you look like you're part of the system. Joe is the anti-establishment, whatever. He's not gonna tell you that Atlantic is talking to me and feeding me some information. He's not gonna tell you that. It's gonna ruin a lot of the outlook that you have that he's the anti-label, anti-industry guy. Cool. But after you put out that part that she might not be putting out an album, you see this other part where you start joking about Offset getting mad at his chick because she's just always around the house. It's kind of like, I think that line that Drake kind of, at least that's what he told me he drew, where he's like, yo, it's one thing you saying you don't like my album, but now you're talking about me with little girls and why am I singing to 20-year-olds? And you know what I mean? You drafting up a narrative, which now later on we get to realize Kendrick used. Yeah, that's why Drake was mad. So you know, I think some of these artists are cool with the musical opinion, even if it's sourced from wherever, even if he's not going to tell you where the source is. But if you jump a little bit, and by the way, I say that because I also do what Joe do, right? Because I'm gonna have my jokes. See, I think he's joking, right? I mean, I'm gonna get my jokes off. My jokes might be just like that, so I defend his right to do that. But they do take it a little bit, you know, like, yo, they feel like he's playing with them. I think I get a little bit more of a leeway than Joe because I'm not an artist. Joe's an artist, so they're looking at Joe to have that empathy and to also not do certain things, right? If Vlad asks you certain questions, you expect it, but Joe's not supposed to. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, on top of you, on top of everything, not giving you space.
Let's cuddle. No.
Yeah, no, get off my arm. My arm sleep. Move. Go. Ain't you got an album to do? Don't you got a single?
You got a tour.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh.
Give me some real elbow room.
Okay. Yeah, so it's half joking, but like, if I had to say something to Cardi B, Joe's not just making that up. Joe is really cool with people at Atlantic. And I think this is another thing too. This is my opinion. Joe is cool. First of all, you have to you don't have to listen to Joe that much. I never met the dude Mike Kaiser a day in my life until I was at backstage, or not backstage, in the little whole lounge at the OVO show, at Drake show. I go in there, I see Chubbs macking it to 8 bitches. I'm like, God damn, these the hand-me-downs? Yo, I'm seeing everybody. I see G-Eazy. I'm looking under his nostrils to see if I see coke residue, because I never seen half of these niggas a day in my fucking life. I see Dwight Howard. I'm looking at Dwight Howard like, yo, who's this other male next to you? Is that the shit? Actually, we would talk to the nigga. He was like, yeah, we could do an interview. I was like, you mean interview, right? Like, nah, you know what I mean? He was like, yeah. So, who else I see up in there? Then I see this black nigga, you know what I mean? This beanhead black nigga. No disrespect to you, my nigga Mike Kaiser, because he was nice. And he said, finally, I get to meet the guy. And I was like, what the fuck? Then I heard someone say, that's Mike Kaiser. And we dapped it up. He bought me a drink. And yeah, I think that's our only ever conversation. You know what I mean? Him and Joe are definitely friends, because when Joe's going on a rant about Atlantic, he mentions the nigga 10 times. So I gotta imagine they communicate. I've never known that nigga. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I was up in that goddamn little OVO lounge. I'm like, damn. I was up in there like really, I was catching the vibes of what's going on. Like, I see your G's. He was like, yo, you gotta come fuck with me in the studio. And I'm looking the whole time, because he's kind of tall. The whole time I'm looking at his nostrils, I'm like, is that powder? I seen Dwight Howard. The crazy thing about Dwight Howard, and I'll say it now, Dwight Howard, don't get mad, but when I first looked at you, pause. The whole time you were standing with this other nigga, and I was like, yo, is that the boy? But dude, like, it's something about height. The dude is 7'2" for real. The women started to like surround the nigga. Like, you could tell they were just like, tall black man in shape, we want him. And I was just like, fuck. Even if you don't even like pussy, look, they're still on his dick. I'm like, yo, there was mad bitches around the nigga. I'm like, God damn it. The nigga I think the nigga was playing in China, playing for the Shanghai Sharks or some shit like that. And there was just a rumor about him fucking a dude, or like having a threesome with 2 niggas. There was a line of bitches around. I'm like, fuck. I seen Chubbs. I'm like, all right. Well, this is before Drake rapped about that Chanel side bag, but I'm looking, I'm like, okay, this is a hitter. This is the hitter right here. This is a killer, the top sniper. But he was macking. He had a couple dudes with him. Whatever. It's my first conversation with Chubbs. Sees me. So, what's up, man? Long time. I'm like, yeah, I know we ain't meet. I wonder what his first word's gonna be. Just like, yeah, you know the team fuck with you and everything. So yeah, I got some artists. You was cool about it. I was like, okay, all right. And I seen the bitches. I'm like, oh, now I'm thinking, I'm like, those are the hand-me-downs. Okay. Nah, there was a lot of shit going on up in that bitch chat. I kid you not. Who else is up in there? There's a bunch of other niggas in there. But anyway, the point is this, man. Cardi, when Joe says some shit like that, and he's quoting it with a little bit of authority, he's gonna say he's guessing. He heard it from your label. Your label wants you to get bullied. I'm sorry. So you know what you should do, Cardi? Raise hell at your label because they're leaking that info. I promise you. They're leaking that label. They're leaking that info. And they know when they tell Joe, Joe is going to repeat it. Or maybe not repeat like, oh, so-and-so told me, but when it comes to that talking point, he's gonna, I don't think y'all gonna get Cardi album for a while. I think Cardi's she's just falling back till 2028. Then you think about it, nigga, I just said that in the label meeting. I ain't dropping none since till 2028. No, he's not that great of a guesser. Your label told him. Anyway. All right. Their back and forth is great and illustrious. Let's see what else is going on. I know y'all all saw this. By the way, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you guys being here. Meg Thee Stallion, who was in the UK, was walking by a ton of fans while Demandum decided to let her know how much of a fan they were of her. This was the conversation, or dare I say heckling, that went on.
Free Tory, man. Free Tory Lanez, man.
Her body language is like, oh, ew, disgusting.
Free Tory, man.
And then she does the little ratchet stink girl face.
Free Tory Lanez, man.
All in all, to be honest, I'm gonna give Meg an A for handling this. I think she handled this with class. I think she handled this as best as she could. And from a media perspective, the best thing that could, number one, embarrass her, or number two, drag this moment along more, is her responding or maybe saying something spicy back. Imagine if they were like, yo, free Tory. And she was like, yo, well, how about you write that nigga a letter? He in prison. Like, yo, that would be ether, but it would probably get her dragged for way longer than Sen 30. It's kind of like when Gunna, the dude ran up on Gunna and said, yo, Gunna, you a rat. And, Gunna acknowledged it, but he didn't feed into it. So you can't get mad about her reaction in this moment. I thought it was actually right. And by the way, if she was intoxicated or whatever the case, I don't know if she's intoxicated. Everybody knows she's a chronic alcoholic. If she was intoxicated, you got to give her credit for holding her composure. Now, as far as the free Tory chance, Meg got to realize that's going to come. That's par for the course at this point. There's a group of people who feel you untrustworthy, who feel you put a black man in jail, who feel that you try to catapult your career by downing his, who still feel that despite there was a whole trial with an abundance of, let's say evidence, but evidence that something happened, they're still not convinced that you got shot, or they're not convinced that Tory shot you, or they felt like because you lied in the media when you first went on Gayle King saying that you did not have a sexual relationship with Tory, and then you went to the stand and you did. Now, some of these things should be neither here nor there, but again, and for anybody who's going to say, yeah, but so what? The so what is going to be a public figure lives in the court of public opinion, even beyond the court of justice. So if everybody thinks you're a piece of shit and you walk out somewhere and they boo you, you can't be like, well, this is not fair, y'all booing me. No. That's how you make your pennies or your coins or whatever. You're going to have to live with people's perception of you. I don't think Meg is that likable of a person. Also, I don't think she either cares or is at the moment at the place where the people, especially a lot of men, really feel like they feel the incarceration of Tory was similar to many times of how they've seen other men been persecuted in issues that have to do with women, where basically there's holes in a story, but as long as a woman said it, you're going to jail or you're going down. So I think that's a big part of why people don't like Meg. Again, there's going to be some women in here or hear this after be like, but no. Again, this is a court of public opinion. I think I'm a really nice person. I think that any opinion about a woman I've ever espoused, I've espoused it 10 times worse, or said 10 times more things about a man, yet they're going to say, I don't like women. You know what I mean? What could I do? I could be like, oh, it's not fair. Bro, there's a public narrative, right? Now, granted, and this gets to my next point with Meg, I think she could do some shit to try to change it. Might not be easy. Same with me, right? Like, you know, I could start being like a pandering pussy and just be like, oh my God, just to try to get women to like me. But for me, I'm comfortable with the fact that as long as I'm speaking truth to power and I'm feel like I'm speaking on both genders equally, I don't need to be doing what these bitch ass niggas is doing and just pander to one gender just to have more favor in whatever you want to say. Like, again, I'm gonna treat niggas and women the same, especially when I'm dealing with words. We're not dealing with physicality here. It's not like I'm putting hands on rappers alike. You know what I mean? No, I'm saying I'm critiquing music primarily and their actions around their music or the portrayal of the music. So it is what it is. Now, again, I think with Meg, the mere fact her music already comes off as music that's meant to be for people who subscribe to misandry, and that's the opposite of misogyny, right? So misandry is the contempt of niggas. So basically, you know, misogyny is when you supposedly hate women. Misandry is when women supposedly hate men. We never hear that term because it's kind of one of those things where like it's like black and white. White people, if like for example, Joe Biden just said, he said something about his Secretary of Defense, and he said, yo, I hired black men. Some people felt like he forgot the guy's name, so he just called him a black man. But anyway, we're quick to say if a white person even mentions race, that they're racist, but a black dude could be like, you cracker ass cracker all damn day. And it'd be like, oh, well, it's kind of funny. You know what I mean? Like the racist term don't really go both ways. And obviously people could bring into other shit into the mix, but you get what I'm saying. It's the same thing with misogyny and misandry, right? Like nobody cares if a woman is shitting on men all day. They're a bitch. Take his money, fuck him, cut his balls off. It's like, all right, well, that's kind of sound like, go girl, you doing your thing. You know what I mean? Fuck these niggas. A man says, you know what I mean, take advantage of a woman. It's like, whoa. You know what I mean? And obviously nobody's saying that. Just making an analogy here, but still. Yeah, so I think Meg could kind of like try to correct that, or if she wanted to pander a little bit, but I don't think she needs to pander either, right? And I think she looks at it from the aspect of, and one of the reasons you usually see men pandering to women rather than women, and I'm talking about celebrities pandering to men, is that niggas don't buy nothing. Niggas give you attention. I guarantee half of these niggas saying, yo, free Tory. They didn't pay to go on a concert. They didn't pay for a meet and greet. They never bought a merch. They don't even buy Tory shit. That's the funny part about it. So like us men, we're usually on the lower end of the totem pole when it comes to celebrities caring about what we want because we don't spend the fucking money. Like the women are going to spend money. So like for her, she's probably saying, yo, they're saying that, let's make up a percentage. They're saying that 60% of men don't fuck with Meg after that. I'm making that up. I don't know if it's true, but let's just use that. They're saying 60% of men ain't fucking with Meg after Tory went to jail. Yet she still went on a goddamn arena tour. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, there's no incentive for her to really get those niggas on her side because it's like, yo, you niggas, it's not like y'all niggas is gonna buy tickets anyway, right? Is any straight man buying a ticket to a Meg Thee Stallion concert? Fuck no. Is any straight man even really listening fully to Meg Thee Stallion? Fuck no. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things. And by the way, I understand that because shit, you know what I mean? Even though I would like my audience to be a little bit more, I think over the time we went from, we used to be just 90% men. We've gained quite a few females who now listen to us. Shit, sometimes the reason why I don't even try to pander, because I could try to pander to those spaces, like, all right, let me go try to do an interview with the Shade Room podcast and show them a little bit more on my side. And them hoes ain't gonna want to fuck with me anyway. You know what I mean? They're not gonna want to like go into the rhetoric that we got going on. They're not gonna come over here and come support the stream and all that. No, them just hating ass single baby mamas that this gruntle. I'm sorry, like fuck them. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna be a part of that what you got going on anyway. So why the fuck you even care about what they think? Yeah, they're gonna have noise online, but fuck it. So maybe that's why because I think Meg hasn't really even given a fuck about trying to make, and I guess it's a weird thing to kind of say with her because you're going to have, I keep hearing a woke person in my mind when I'm doing the I'm playing the devil's advocate a little bit. Like some woke person's gonna like, why would she have to apologize to the men when she's the victim? You know what I mean? Like, okay, get it. But I'm just talking about her public outlook. There's a lot of niggas that don't like her. They look at her as the prototypical woman who will lie, cheat, and steal and set up a nigga and send him to jail and then dance over his fucking grave. You get what I'm saying? That's how people see her. And I don't think she's in a rush to change it, nor do I think she gives a fuck. I guess that's what I was trying to say, right? All right. Damn, somebody named Ace in the chat said, I'd catch herpes from Meg. I don't care. Don't wish no disease on Meg, man. Stop playing. All right. Okay. Let's see what else is cracking up in here, man. Why so Woody? He's on a podcast tour, man. I told you the money was coming in, right? He did a 20v1. Now he's doing the Dancer Project. We'll talk about that in the YSL case very shortly. That is a shit show, okay? First and foremost, and I guess maybe, should we hit the main topic? Yeah, let's hit the main topic. Schoolboy Q. Apparently he had a show in Toronto, okay? Let me see what venue. Schoolboy Q, Toronto show. Apparently he had a show. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure I find the venue, because finding the venue, I'll be able to tell. Here we go. What venue was it? Let's just look at his tour schedule. Here's his tour schedule. It just said Toronto, so it's 7/18 in Toronto, but it didn't say where. Let me see. I just want to know, what venue was it? Reason why I want to know what venue it was, because I want to know. Okay, let's click off of that. I want to know what Toronto Schoolboy Q. What spot was that? Yeah, that's the interesting part. We can't even figure out where it was gonna be at. Okay, let's see. Toronto Schoolboy Q tickets. Okay, so all right, here it is. So it was supposed to be at 663. I guess the place is called History. 663 Queen Street. History 663. Okay, here we go. This is the venue, and it's a 2,500 capacity venue. And upcoming events. Not too sure who this guy is. Let me see if any known names. Lucky Day is gonna be there. Ken Carson's gonna be there. Ice Spice is actually gonna be there. Wait, Ice Spice is only doing 2,500? That's interesting. She's gonna be there in August. Damn, I'm surprised she's not doing 2 nights. I would think she'd be able to pull like 5,000 out there. Shensia, yeah. If Shensia could do that venue, like I would imagine Ice Spice could do it a couple times. Maybe it's multiple shows in the same day. Don't know. Anyway, regardless, apparently the event was supposed to be yesterday or today. Actually, was it supposed to be today? I guess it was supposed to be today, and I guess it was canceled. Now, I did I started digging around a little bit. A lot of people are telling me this might not be what we think it is, and I think initially some people are feeling like, hey, Drake made a call. From what okay, and from people who have spoken to Drake, he had no fucking idea about this. Okay, whether he's telling the truth or not, I don't know, but he ain't had no fucking idea that Schoolboy Q. I can't imagine he's like, let me put on my calendar Schoolboy Q. But you never know. Maybe he did. Who cares? From what I hear, there's 2 things that people are telling me. They're saying, 1, Canadian police shut down events, especially at this venue, all the time for local Canadian artists. Some of them got beef with each other. Some of them might be talking staticky or spicy online. Canadian police, and I know these artists think that them singing a couple bars or doing funny walks on stage, no disrespect, you know what I mean, or whatever dances they do is just the most important thing to the public concern, but it's not. Okay? Reducing violence, making sure shit don't get out of hand. That's number one. Especially when you go to places like Canada, they're gonna care about, right? So, for example, if a nigga was trying to throw a concert in a rival's around the corner from a rival's neighborhood, they would probably come to the venue owner and say, "Hey, check this out. We can't have this," right? That's just how it is. Remember, I was trying to do a concert based on I was trying to do a comedy show with Charleston White. He just got into it with China Mac. Live Nation called me and said, "We're not doing this. This guy got beef. We don't want no violence." And he's talking crazy about certain groups. And we have a senator that's of that group. It happens, right? So if you ask me, I do believe that, unfortunately, y'all not going to like when I say this. As this is part of beef and battling. I'm sorry. It's no way either or. And my whole thing is, let's not point fingers. Like, for example, somebody gets shot at Drake's house. Let's not automatically say it's Kendrick. Like, come on, it's not, right? But also, Schoolboy Q show getting canceled in Toronto. Let's not say it's because of Drake. The point is this, and Drake himself admitted this with Meek. When you're in a battle with someone, you make your career complicated. Certain places you go, they got to make sure that other person ain't there. Affiliates of that person ain't there. They got to make sure a lot of things is good for you. Remember when 50 and Fat Joe and them were beefing and they both had to be in the award show? All right, well, make sure 50 and them leaves the building before he comes in the building. Like, things like that have to happen. And I know people want to act like this is just some, okay, these are just two lyricists going at it and there was zero threats of violence. But this has rose to the level of, if these two ever ran into each other, and obviously I know you might say Schoolboy Q is not a part of this, but he does fall very well on one side of this. The thought has to be, if these two groups ever ran into each other, there would be violence. You'd be ignorant to think not. If you hear where their level of disrespect rose to, I don't care if you say these guys are nonviolent. You should only expect for it to go left if they did run into each other. One's being called a pedophile. The other's being called a woman abuser. One is saying, if you come to Oakland, it's going to be your last show. The other one is saying, I get more love in the city than you do, nigga. Like, there's a lot of talk that was very suggestive that this could go left. And you can't blame the police if they're like, hey, check this out. And this is a reality of it. This is why I always tell people, if you're not a big artist, beefing probably don't work for you. You know why? If this was at, I don't know if it's still called the Air Canada Center. Like, what's the name of the Air Canada Center? I don't think it's still called that. It's called Scotiabank Arena now. So this is the big arena in Toronto. And hear me out on this. If you're a big artist, you already probably have to allocate $100,000 for cops to be flooded around that bitch. You have maybe another $100,000 just for security. There's so much security that they might let your show go on. Now, if it's a venue that normally don't even get 20, 25 off-duty cops surrounding the motherfucking place, like this is a 2,500 venue. They probably just use security there. Like, once again, I'm gonna use myself as an example. The first place that canceled on us, I couldn't go do a walkthrough. So we haven't locked it. We set the money, we're locked in. And this is before, actually, this is after the Live Nation thing, I believe. This is after the Live Nation thing, because we were going to do that at, I think, Gramercy Theater, right? Live Nation, that was Live Nation. Live Nation canceled it. We're like, fuck it, we'll find another venue. We find another venue, send a deposit, everything, cool. We have a walkthrough to go to. I was doing some other shit. I sent my team, right? Now, granted, that's one of my fault. I should have went myself, this and third. it does hit different when the person who's doing it is coming rather than representatives. Anyway, when they go there, this is what I've heard from just pretty much everybody, including the people there, because I had to get on the phone with them after. The staff got spooked when we asked about, yo, will there be armed security here or off-duty cops? They got spooked. That's why they canceled the shit. Why? In the history of them doing the show there, they didn't ever had that type of shit. So once they seen that, they're like, wait, nigga, are you expecting some crazy shit to happen here? They got spooked. Like, oh my God, yo, niggas about to have a shootout here. They're spooked as fuck. So even when we're like, no, that's just how we move around. We like to cross our teeth. Yo, spooked. Like the whole staff. Like from what I heard, the person who was a head general manager and their staff, because I talked to her, she says, my staff don't feel comfortable after your staff raised the question to us if there's going to be armed security guards and police officers. And I'm like, we're not expecting no violence, but we're just asking that we should know on our security level how to work. Spook, canceled it. So that's, I guess, what I'm trying to give some context. I don't think Drake gives a fuck to like, what is he getting paid for this show? Like $40,000, $50,000? That's a lot of money still, but it's like, I don't think Drake gives a fuck enough to be like, yo, cancel that bitch right now. I think what happened is when you end up being a part of a battle, that shit is going to spook all the venues, especially in the place where the nigga you're beefing with is the biggest nigga, period. That does make sense to me. You get what I mean? So when I see Schoolboy Q and he sent out a few tweets, I think he don't realize that, bro, whether you were involved in it, this battle is what nobody wants to see go violent, and no place wants to inherit that headache if it went violent at their place. Also, I think the Pusha T thing they learned from. Oh, fuck no, we're not about to do that. And the Rick Ross thing just happened. So I almost believe that Canadian police probably gave the venue a strong warning, or probably say, hey, if you have this, we can't commit officers to it, or whatever the case is. Or either, I don't know if they could explicitly, maybe in Canada they could do it, explicitly ban them from doing an event that night, which would be tonight. Yeah, shit's over. Shut down. Why? They might just quote, hey, listen, we don't want nobody showing up trying to do nothing to nobody outside the concert. We don't want no shots getting fired. Anyway, Schoolboy Q did not take it like that when he found out. The first thing he said was, they just canceled my show in Toronto. Canadian police don't want anybody from TDE performing. Top was just with Wayne and Baby. Shaking my head. Party Next Door had a show at the Palladium. If we wanted to get y'all, we would have just did it. Now, when somebody get hurt, don't cry. Back to my main point. I think if Schoolboy Q was doing Scotiabank Arena, I don't think they're canceling it. I just don't. By the way, we're going to see, because Future and Metro are going to Toronto. They're going there on August 11th, which that has not been canceled for by my estimation yet. So if we're to think that was Drake making that call, man, Drake don't got no problem with no Schoolboy Q compared to Future and Metro. Now, this is going to be the Scotiabank Arena, man. There's going to be mad women coming here, bunch of suburbians. There's going to be a fucking convoy of police officers probably escorting the tour bus or the vehicles that Future and Metro are coming to the venue with and leaving the venue with. They're not parking outside. They're parking inside the venue, downstairs at their internal parking lot where the NBA players' buses park. You're not going to have no way to do nothing to Metro and Future unless you get on the big-ass stage, which is going to be filled with security, and it's in an arena. You ain't got that many tickets to really go try to get up there and go do something. In a smaller venue, you can't. So I'm pretty sure this will go on. I'm pretty sure this will go on. So I think that this is unfortunate for Schoolboy Q, but the harsh reality, and I'm not being disrespectful to him, you're a smaller artist, and when beef happens, it hurts y'all. Everybody that was on stage with Kendrick, when Kendrick does a tour, he's going to do Toronto 3 times probably. Not 3 times. Let's say 2. At least once. His shit's not going to get canceled. I guarantee Kendrick shit ain't getting canceled. Because he's that big of an artist. When you're the smaller artist, we just seen it happen to Bobby Shmurda. I'm going to get to that. Yeah. I'm the headliner. Get that nigga off my get that nigga off my lineup. I'm the headliner. I get to pick. If you don't get him off, I'm not performing. Those type of games get played when you're a smaller artist. So I would say, and by the way, I don't think Drake had anything to do with this, but still, I'm saying as the smaller artists that were involved, and I don't think Schoolboy Q was like involved, right? Like he just showed up to the little concert and he was in the video. But of course, people position this as TDE like versus OVO. Anybody else in TDE, I would expect the same thing to happen to y'all, unless you're Kendrick. Well, Kendrick's not TDE, PG now. All y'all concerts, except SZA, all y'all concerts probably gonna get canceled. Let's be honest, right? Because whether y'all want to admit it or not, the police is waiting for this to get violent. And they're gonna say this is going to be violence. Here's the thing on Drake's side, because he mentioned Party Next Door. Party Next Door is an R&B nigga. It's like, yo, if you an R&B nigga from New York, they'll let you perform all day. You can even be singing about killing niggas. You're fine. If you're a drill rapper, hell no performances. It does matter. It does matter. So Party Next Door, if Party Next Door was a gangster rapper, I'm pretty sure, well, he had his show at the Palladium, I'm pretty sure they would have canceled it. Facts. Because they're going to know, like, yo, he's a gangster rapper on OVO, and he's coming to Gangland, and he's going to be, canceled. But he's coming there to sing the girls. He's coming there to sing the girls. Who cares? You know what I mean? So, again, I think if Absol goes, I think if Schoolboy Q goes, I think if, who else? J-Rock. I think if they had a show in this immediate moment, I'm not saying forever, in this immediate moment, I would imagine that the police or the venues would be like, yo, we're going to stay away from that business. It makes sense, though. This is why I keep telling y'all, I seen everybody kept saying that they won when supposedly Kendrick won. And I'm like, I don't think y'all won. Kendrick over here thumbing through a check. For y'all, it puts y'all in predicaments where people think y'all are a part of a war, but y'all are not big enough artists to leverage and move shit out y'all way. So shows get canceled. You're going to miss out on shows because now they might be like, yo, we want Party Next Door to be on this festival lineup. Well, if you put Party Next Door and you put Schoolboy Q, he just tweeted about him, you don't want to fight backstage. All right, well, take him off. Who are you going to take off? The smaller artists. That's just how it goes. Now, if say there's Coachella and Drake's going to perform, Coachella is going to be smart and be like, well, we can't have a TDE set on the same day. So who's gonna Drake wouldn't be performing the same day with Kendrick. Kendrick gonna get his own day. They might put a Absol in Schoolboy Q set, but now it's gonna. So again, it is gonna affect. And by the way, I'm saying it not to be impartial. If Drake had niggas who was talking that shit on his label, you know what I mean? Like people look goofy if you caught. What's my nigga's name? What's the guy's name again? Damn, why am I forgetting his name? Fuck. The dude in OVO. Oh my God. Fuck. Damn, I feel embarrassed. OVO artists. Roy Woods. Yeah. Roy Woods. No disrespect to Roy Woods. Now, granted, put it like this. Nigga, I'm pretty sure Baca, I'm not saying he would be able to sell out the Palladium. Baca can't go perform in no fucking Palladium. Nigga, they don't even think Baca would want to go perform at the Palladium. That would be a not smart choice. Just imagine Jordan. Yeah, I go fuck with him. Division. Nah, I go fuck with him. But if Baca not nice, yeah. So that's what I think. I could be wrong. Schoolboy Q didn't stop though. He said, "Actually, I get it. Never mind. This shit low key hilarious. I don't know why Dot put me in that fucking video. And by the way, I think he's understanding. That's him understanding. Bro, at the end of the day, nothing but money and good things will happen to Kendrick. First of all, like nobody can find where Kendrick's at. Wherever he pops out, like you got to realize, if Kendrick is going to be at Rolling Loud, it's Kendrick Day at Rolling Loud. If Drake going to be at Rolling Loud, it's Drake's Day at Rolling Loud. They don't have to be, like. I remember one particular artist was just telling me they were like, yo, they can't get Rolling Loud because they beefing with too many people. It was like, yo, well, look at the 3 dates. Say, I don't like him, I don't like him, I don't like him, I don't like it. So Rolling Loud basically just said, well, are we gonna pick these artists over you? Nah, I'm gonna just take you out. That happens with rap beef. You lose out on some things unless you're a big enough artist. I'm pretty sure there was mad places that Meek had to, wanted to be at, that Drake was at, or gonna show up at during the peak of their beef, that they probably said, "Yo, we got to shelf Meek, fuck it," right? Okay. Then he said he got jokes though. He said, "Yo, canceled is all I could think about." This is where he was seen in the video. Oh man. So it's like he's saying, "Damn, I knew niggas was gonna say they was gonna try to cancel my shit in Toronto." Anyway, somebody says, "Yo, you better be lucky, bro. You might have got Rick Ross." Obviously, making an allusion to Rick Ross getting hands put on him, or someone trying to put hands on him while he was in. It was actually Montreal. Then you see Schoolboy Q says, "I don't think you know who I am. In fact, I don't think a lot of you know who I am." Now, this has undertones, or really overtones at this point. He capitalizes all of his H's, if you don't know. He's a Hoover Crip. I think are Hoovers Crips? I don't know. But he's a Hoover something. He's a Crip. Yeah, he's a Hoover Crip. I guess the way they type, I don't even know how he does this. If he puts capital H every time, but this is crazy. Maybe, could you delete like the lowercase h on your phone? Maybe that's what he did. Because this would be mad annoying. Every time you have to type an H, you got to capitalize the H. Maybe he got like a customized, you could do that, right? Huh. All right. So basically, he telling the nigga, yo, I don't know who you think I am, nigga. I'm gangster, bro. Fuck all that. Now, I responded to him saying, he was saying, now if somebody get hurt, which I looked at this as, okay, this is not the type of narrative you want to start with if you are not encouraging violence. Now, up until this point, I do think both parties have encouraged violence, but they encouraged it through music, which some people might say, no, that's how niggas talk, right? Wop, 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 dot, fuck him up, all that shit. Like, yo, you think you're going to disrespect Pop, nigga? The Oakland show is going to be your last stop, nigga? Like, yeah, that could be just seen as art more than a threat, right? Drake saying, I heard West Coast niggas do phase. I'm blah, blah, blah. I'm handing them out. Those could be interpreted as threats, but it was done in a musical capacity. So people are like, you know what? These guys don't really have that they don't have that reputation for like a Julio Fulio and like Young and Ace, that when they're singing about some shit, they're going to go do it. So that's why when I seen this and it says, now when somebody get hurt, don't cry. That's where I tweeted and I said, hey, listen, because it's almost like the Trump stuff. You got to take the tone down of some of the rhetoric. And I said, listen, I'm sending peace and prayers and healing. The battle was good, but it is time to move on, right? And the reason why I say that is that these things get out of hand real quick. And trust me, I love to talk about Kendrick and Drake battling all day. I don't even care about some of the little funny shit like, oh, look what he put in the video or look what this. Yeah, those are cool. It's different when we're now talking about people being hurt. Now, then we get it says, Schoolboy Q says, he quote tweets me and says, I never said I'm gonna kill somebody. I'm saying if we wanted to crack it off, we could have. Rap and move on. Plain tough. Plain tough. I'm gonna get somebody hurt. That's good. I'm a soccer dad, all right? And he basically tweeted some shit out. He tweeted this out. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even know that he was into soccer like that, but this guy cool. And he said, "Yo, see, I be at soccer games. Okay, I'm done till Chicago. Oh, I'm sorry if y'all took that as a threat, right? And not advice. So I guess he's saying I'm not threatening nobody. That was actually advice. Okay. He first said, I never said I'm gonna kill somebody. I'm saying if we wanted to crack it off, we could have. Okay. He's basically kind of walking it back a bit, saying, no, you know what I mean? He's not really suggesting that any of that be violent at all. You get what I'm saying? Let me see. Holy. Now, what the hell is the alarm going off my house? Hold up. Chat, give me a second.
Oh, Drake is still safe in California?
Yeah, people still love Drake.
I mean, I didn't think he was ever not safe in
Yeah,
California.
they're trying to run out his narrative. Drake is Drake.
Yeah.
I don't think Kendrick's on the I want to do something to Drake. This is for real a rap battle beef. For real. It's straight up song for song, bar for bar, creativity for creativity. Drake started to get some backlash, I see, for the AI. I thought the AI shit was genius. It was like a troll.
You thought it was genius?
Yeah, because it was a troll.
I didn't like it.
No, it wasn't there.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
It wasn't there to sell. It was there to be talked about because it was kind of, remember the rumor was Kendrick's going to take forever to drop.
Yeah.
So Drake had dropped and Kendrick hadn't responded.
Yeah.
So that came after the Drake's drop. And I think he was trying to troll, right? He was trolling with it because obviously he couldn't stream it, couldn't DSP it, right? They know they was going to pull it down as they did. And I think it just kind of like it backfired on him because at that point, I think it pissed Kendrick off. Because at that point, Kendrick put up the 38 and started firing that goddamn bazooka. And kept firing and still hasn't stopped.
Oh, yeah, no. Not Like Us has 5 times the streams of Family Matters. Now, people are going to say, oh, it's bots. But everyone's got bots that they really need.
That's not.
You could clearly tell down to the BET Awards recently with Taraji getting on stage, dressed up like Kendrick.
Bro.
It's a moment. Everyone's fucking with the song. That's the biggest song. That song has basically clips the whole battle.
That's a fact.
Right?
That's a fact.
No one's talking about, Euphoria. No one's talking about push-ups. No one's talking about, the Heart Part 6 or whatever else. People are talking about Not Like Us. And that just became the winner of the battle. And it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Give me 1 second, chat. I'm trying to fix something here. Also, remember Wack saying that there was another guy named Wack, but Wacko, who supposedly was in the middle of like stopping this battle. Let me see if I can find it. Jesus Christ, where is this shit at? Is it this? It's on the community page, I think. Community. Okay, that's like 5 months ago. Jesus Christ.
Not talking about cup.
You gotta have.
So apparently. Okay, here we go. Give me a second now.
Flow on Pyro, man.
Flow.
That loved all y'all. I swear to God, he
Flow
did.
is my man. You know how many late nights, man, Flow got, bro?
For sure.
And Panorama Biddy, all type of
Flow
shit.
is Panorama Biddy.
All type of shit, bro. Bro, me and Flow got so many, bro. Man,
He was always telling me, like, bro, we gotta connect
and my
with
Dre.
everybody.
Oh God,
Dre,
Dre
too.
my too.
Everything,
Flow.
on every show.
Oh God! But Wacko, I was
Flow,
gonna
man.
ask you about. You know, they put the is the truth to that you ended the Kendrick Drake
Oh yeah, saying that.
and the Kendrick Drake beef.
Hey, look, so I do a lot of shit without looking for anybody to pat me on the back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give me flowers on certain things. But that was me that made that phone call. I made the phone call to Matt Babel, you know what I'm saying, based on some things that's about to happen in Coachella. You know what I'm saying? Right, Worthy?
Yeah.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
certain people from Coachella was about to get hurt. So I made the phone call based on what I knew. And I let them know, you know what I'm saying, like, this about to get ugly. My hood ain't gonna play with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, rapper is just rap. Nah, this is more than just rap. Nigga, this Pyro. You know what I'm saying? My homies ain't gonna play. So again, that's our people's champ right there. You know what I'm saying? Before he hits the world, he from WSP.
Yeah.
He's of us. So yeah, I made the phone call to him. And then you know, I told him, like, man, you need to reach out to certain people, let them know that this ain't nothing but lyrical exercise. We got to keep promoting, you know, peace, and this is just rap. You know what I mean? Good for hip hop, so that everybody don't get it misunderstood. So that was one side of it. But then once the house got hit, I reached out to Dave Free and a few others and shit. You know what I'm saying? He felt the way I felt. I said, I'm about to call Top. I called Top, told him we need to shut this shit down. Me and Top, you know.
Wait, who's the person he said he spoke to first?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My homies ain't gonna play.
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? Right, Worthy?
Yeah.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
certain people from Coachella, I do a lot of shit without looking for
Okay, I guess
anybody to pat me on the back.
Right.
You know,
This is the guy right here.
give me flowers on certain things. But that was me that made that phone call. I made the phone call to Matt Babel.
Who's Matt Babel? He from OVO? Matt? It's not this guy, is it? Matt. Who? Wait. Who is it? Matt? No. I know he talks to Top Dog and Dave Free. I know that. Who's the Matt guy? Matt Coachella. Let me see. Matt Babel. Maybe it's this guy. No, it's not. Matt Babel? That's what you heard? Oh, Babel. Is it this guy? Who is this guy? Oh, he was born in Toronto? Who's this guy? Oh. What does he do? Oh, he's working with Nocta, which is Drake's brand. I don't know what he does. Maybe this is one of Drake's business people. Clearly, he's on a team. You see, the albums are pretty much up here. Oh, what does he do? First day I've heard about him. Matt Babel. Who is her boyfriend, Matt Babel? He's known for what? Oh, he's involved with Ransom Music Group and Dream Crew, a management and entertainment group that manages Drake's career and business portfolio. He was on the set of Drake Laugh Not Cry Later. Okay, all right. I guess that's someone over at OVO, right?
You know what I'm saying? Based on some things that's about to happen in Coachella. You know what I'm saying? Right, Worthy?
Yeah.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
certain people from Coachella was about to get hurt. So
Wait, so what happened at Coachella? Like, let me look at the lineup. Coachella lineup. Here we go. Was it okay? So this was for this year. Let me see the lineup. I can't see the full fucking lineup. I just want to see the lineup. Oh, okay. No, I want to see it on the flyer. Because now I got to see which TDE person was there and which OVO person was there. If we're talking about it could have got violent, I'm guessing between maybe TDE. Right? And there was 2 weekends too, right? Time out. Here we go. Lana Del Rey, Peso Pluma, Uzi, Sabrina, Young Miko. Okay, nobody up there. Nobody here. Nobody here. Nobody here. Nobody here. I see Ken Carson. Nobody here. The Skepta rock with OVO heavy still or no? I don't see nobody here. That's just a Friday though. Here's a Saturday. Tyler the Creator, no doubt. Blur. Okay. Not seeing nobody for OVO. I'm trying to see which OVO nigga they was about to fuck up. That's all I heard. Maybe I'm hearing wrong. It's like, yo, we're about to fuck up an OVO nigga at Coachella. Or maybe not him. Maybe he heard word that, niggas is going to try to do something. So he's like, yo, hey, before I shut this down, we just keeping this music, right? Because we keeping this music, and I make sure this don't go off the rails type shit, right? Let me see. Who? I don't see nobody. Yachty? Maybe they're gonna fuck Yachty up. No, but Yachty's QC. Like you wouldn't do nothing to Yachty for Drake, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's saying the only thing is Yachty. Like, yeah, we can't see nobody else. Who the hell? I don't know. Somebody said maybe OVO Matt was gonna be there. No, you said was Preem gonna be there? Nah, Preem ain't gonna be there. No. So wait, what was gonna go down at Coachella then? Like I don't get it. He said because some shit was gonna go down at Coachella.
To pat me on the back,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Give me flowers on certain things, but that was me that made that phone call. I made the phone call to Matt Babel. You know what I'm saying? Based on some things that's about to happen in Coachella. You know what I'm saying? Right, Worthy?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Certain
people from Coachella at Coachella was about to get hurt. So I made
certain people from Coachella at Coachella was gonna get hurt. Is the Matt Babel nigga? Is he from Coachella or does he work Coachella? He said, "Keep watching." Okay.
What I knew, and I let them know. My hood ain't gonna play with y'all.
Yeah.
Like y'all, rapper is just rap. Nah, this is more than just rap, nigga. This pyro.
Yeah.
Now, again, as I said, Drake and Kendrick have had like lyrics that is definitely violent, right? Oh, it's gonna be a last show, nigga. You want fake, all that type of stuff. I get it. It's always the ancillary niggas that boost it up, right? You're hearing this guy who's a gang member, like with all due respect, no disrespect to him, I don't know you for anything else. So he's a gang member, adding a narrative saying somebody gonna get hurt. This is bigger than music. So now we're like, wait, what? Now, of course, he aligns on the West Coast side, right? And by the way, I know some of y'all might be like, yo, Ak, you're only saying it because no. I was the one that said I don't think Drake should be liking no videos or pictures of Ross getting attacked. This is how shit kind of gets out there because, like, these other guys, with all due respect to them and with all due respect to this guy, they want to march to the drum of the lead guy. So if Drake seems like he's co-signed it, you know how many niggas want to be close or get in with like be cool with OVO? They might try to do some shit. You get what I'm saying? Likewise, here. Yeah. Kendrick united the gangs, but you think some of them gang niggas ain't on some shit like, yo, man, we gotta show Dot what's up. That nigga gave us an opportunity to be on stage. He about to do this for our artists. Yo, we can't let a owl nigga come over here and do some shit. We gotta step on him. See, it's always the ancillary niggas that put it at a temperature that is like, wait, are we still rapping or is this over?
Again, that's our people's champ right there. You know what I'm saying? Before he hits the world, he's from WSP.
Yeah.
He's of us. So yeah, I made the phone call to him, and then you know, I told him like, man, you need to reach out to certain people, let them know that this ain't nothing but lyrical exercise. We got to keep promoting, you know, peace, and this is just rap. You know what I mean? Good for hip hop, so that everybody don't get it misunderstood. So that was one side of it. But then once the house got hit, I had already reached out to Dave Free and a few others and shit. You know what I'm saying? He felt the way I felt. I said, I'm about to call Top. I called Top, told him we need to shut this shit down. Me and Top, you know, we made our minds up that, yeah, we right. It got to go ahead and shut it down. So I put Top on the phone with Drake's side. We worked it out. You know what I mean? I told Top, you write it up. You know what I'm saying? Send it over to me. I approved that shit. We put it out. So I'm not going to never say I just did that alone. No, that was a collective thought and effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
So this actually sounds like, and I don't not believe this guy at all, but I'm wondering, it's interesting kind of how the West Coast operates. I'm almost willing to bet what he's talking about actually happened, except it didn't contain the two niggas who actually beefing. I don't think Drake was either on this call with, like, I don't think, you know what Jay Prince did when he brought Kanye and Drake and be like, yeah, y'all gonna act like y'all, both y'all smile, we about to take this picture, and he went like this. I don't think that was this. I think it's a rep from Drake's team. It's like young boys sending OG3 to go piece it up with Fredo Bang and them niggas. You get what I'm saying? Be like, yeah, cool. But would young boy be there? Is it really? That's what I'm saying. I don't know if Kendrick and Drake got on the phone, because I don't think this would have been before the pop-out show. This would have been before the video. And if that was the case, that let's say Drake and Kendrick gets on the phone saying, all right, yo, we're just going to end it here. I don't think Kendrick does the rest of those things. If Kendrick himself came to an agreement, right? But maybe some street niggas that's kind of ancillary or cool with each other and behind this shit a bit, they're like, yo, you know, let the rappers do their rap shit, but we not gonna do no fuck shit with each other, right? And maybe that's the agreement he's talking about. I would highly doubt that Drake and Kendrick got on the phone and said, okay, yeah, we're done, let's piece it up. No, fuck no. I don't think that happened at all. But I do think some street niggas got on the phone.
Nah, because I know niggas over there on their team that it was behind the scenes. Niggas was like, we live out here. We have to move out here. Like, this shit getting too serious. The city on some other shit. So it was, yeah.
I mean,
there it is.
One of Drake's main guys, you know what I'm saying? You know, he's at Interscope. That's our guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, shout out to Preem.
Shout out to Preem.
That's what I'm saying. Preem a real nigga, man.
Yeah. So Preem was one of the ones I got on the phone as well with and organized all of that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Put it together. Okay, there it is, man.
You know, the point right now, it's like, it's not even homies, it's the fans. Like, niggas feel a certain way about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And
that was my point. We have no control over the fans. You know what I'm saying? We can say, okay, no, we good, ain't nothing about to happen. But these fans are diehard fans, and who's gonna say what they gonna do? If they had already, you know, vandalized Drake's shop out there,
right?
What else was gonna happen? You see what I'm saying? Look what just happened with Ross, right?
Right.
You know I'm just saying.
Oh, perfect. You know, Akademiks is always here. No. What I was saying is that the only part confusing about what homie just said is that a bunch of street niggas can't control fans. Only way fans could be controlled of both sides, because those are usually super fans, is if the actual artists come out. If Kendrick say, yo, listen, me and Drake, we keeping it musical. Don't go spray painting his shops or whatever the case is. And if Drake comes out and says, me and Kendrick battling, this shit is musical, don't go do this. Like, that's how fans they'll listen to the artist. They ain't gonna listen to the street nigga, because with all due respect, they don't know these niggas. Like, you know what I mean? There's no street nigga that can stop a fan from being a fan, that stop a fan from trolling. And we know the spray paint shit that happened at Drake's OVO store in London, that's not a street nigga that did it. That's a fan. That's his fan.
We have no control over the fans. You know what I'm saying? We can say, okay, nah, we good, ain't nothing about to happen. But these fans are diehard fans, and who's gonna say what they gonna do? If they had already, vandalized Drake's shop out there,
right?
What else was gonna happen? You see what I'm saying? Look what just happened with Ross, right?
right.
You know I'm just saying,
they walking in the OVO store playing Kendrick shit, all type of shit.
Yeah, going crazy.
That shit.
Fans crashing out.
I'm like, Ross crazy going to Canada with
What he
that
thought
shit.
this was? He thought it was no gangsters in Canada.
That nigga Ross didn't see that coming. No white boys though. I know he didn't see that coming.
Man, you crazy,
You
boy.
can't
It's real white
underestimate
boy
nobody.
gangs out here, bro.
Homie, just let y'all know,
You
man.
never
He
know
play
what
a big
creature you
part.
run into,
You hear me?
or what the
And,
creature look like.
Yeah, he one of the reasons that got shut down. You hear me? And nobody can possibly be hurt. You hear me? Because we ain't playing about Dot just to let the record be
100%.
straight. You hear me?
At all. We're not playing at all.
Hey, hold on,
You know,
let me
no
clear
matter
up
what,
something
though.
else.
You know
we
what I'm
ain't
saying?
playing about the homie, and we damn sure ain't charging our homie.
Right.
You feel me? We not looking for the homie he owe us because he back cracking or anything like that. You know, I heard certain people getting at me saying certain things. It's like, nah, we ain't on that. Never. We ain't about to allow no nigga to extort none of ours. You know what I'm saying? And that go from our hood to anything else.
That's that internet
That part.
shit though. When niggas be coming up with conspiracies.
Yeah, that's
and
that bullshit. They're twisting
they're
it
extorting
all.
them.
That type shit.
They always say
Yeah.
shit like that. That shit don't mean
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
just-
niggas that know, the
Hey,
niggas that know.
Exactly. You know, just because Doc keeps it real with our neighborhood, don't mean we gonna abuse that blessing. You
Yeah,
feel me?
facts.
Because anybody can go ahead and get their money and get on and never come back. Dot has never been one that never come back. You know, he may not do as much as a whole lot of people be wishing that he did, but when he does what he does is very impactful.
Okay. Yeah, so truth be told, you know, there's the rapping seems to be clipped for the moment, but there's this underlying theme of, yo, this shit could go left. Like that's the theme that is like the underlying theme of it could go left. And that's why I'm saying that if we're talking about taking a temperature down, again, I don't think Drake should be liking photos of Rick Ross getting beat up. I don't think that Schoolboy Q, when his show is canceled, that's not Drake's issue. That's not an OVO thing. That is the byproduct of being involved or being around a very popular beef that everybody's going to take note of. And when you're a smaller artist, you then become too dangerous. Like the money you're going to generate is not going to be the legal fees for if somebody gets shot. So yeah, they're going to cancel your show. So the smaller artists, I've always said, they're the ones going to suffer good or bad from this, right? Like I don't think nobody's putting hands on Drake. Nobody ain't going to put hands on Kendrick, but maybe somebody in the mix, right? Now, obviously, I never thought Ross was ever going to be in a situation like that because Ross is he's a big dog, but whatever. Anyway, I do think Schoolboy Q saying, I never said I'm going to kill somebody. Well, Schoolboy Q, you're smart. You basically threatened that this is about to get that way because your show got canceled. Just the reality of your show getting canceled is probably within the realm of the police think that you are aligned with one particular party in the biggest rap feud ever, and you just $100 times more revenue to the city than you are, and they could hire way more security and cops. The whole city is going to be shut down for that, right? Unfortunately, because you're not that big of an artist, it's easier to cancel your shit. 3, I mean, if we're acting like Drake has this infinite amount of power, if Drake didn't want you to do a show in Toronto, it would be more of a flex if he could do this, if he could prevent you from coming to Toronto. They stopped you at the border, turned your ass around and said, head back to Compton, nigga, or head back to wherever the fuck you from. Nah, that didn't happen. So I don't think Drake has nothing to do with this, but we just got to watch the rhetoric a little bit. We got to watch the rhetoric, right? Because when it says rap and move on, playing tough, who's like, I think this is where we got to figure out who is he talking to? Who is playing tough? I haven't seen, well, did I see any of the OVO guys like start talking tough or saying they're going to do shit or beg people to come to Toronto or something like that? I don't know. I don't know if that was a thing. Maybe it was though. I don't want to act like OVO is no fucking saints. But yeah, this statement here feels like you trying to be on some type of timing. You know what I mean? Just like the previous one where you said, when somebody get hurt, y'all don't cry. That usually, you know what's so funny? Even about Schoolboy Q's tweeting at me. He said what everybody was thinking and nobody said it to him. He says, now when somebody get hurt, don't cry. There's an undertone in that sentence that, yo, now when somebody get their head knocked off, I don't want y'all to cry when there's a funeral. That's what the tone was to me, but I didn't say that to him when I tweeted at him. I said, yo, let's pray for peace. Said, send in prayers for peace and healing. The battle was good. Time to move on. Then he says the obvious. I never said I'm gonna kill somebody. You basically just dissected or just gave the definition of your tweet. Exactly. I'm saying if we wanted to crack it off, we could. I never said I'm gonna kill somebody. I said if I wanted to kill somebody, I could do it. Kind of the same thing. The point is this: for everybody, this has been lucrative for. And Schoolboy Q, you see, that's the thing. I don't know if the battle has been lucrative. You know why I'm saying this, chat? Honestly, I don't know if the battle is lucrative for Schoolboy Q. You know why? His shows are getting canceled. These other niggas that was kind of ancillary around it, I don't know is that probable for them because they are now boxed in and now they're seen as artists who allegedly are at war or in a beef that some of them ain't in. So I don't know if it's profitable for them. I don't see their streams going up. They're just only seeing the downsides. Now your show's getting cut. Niggas don't want to do certain features with you. Certain producers don't want to work with you. That artist gonna get you kicked off of shows. Or might. I'm not saying it would, but might. Those things seem to be gonna hurt y'all. The reason why I wanted to keep this on the rails is because there is only 4 winners in this whole thing. 4. Drake. Shit, if I'm him, I'll go to my label and be like, you see all them streams from them rap songs, those little Lucy's, count that as half an album. Fuck that. I'm working off that 400 million you gave me. Kendrick just ran up the disgusting back. Of course, he won. With the money, not the battle. Mustard, of course, Mustard won. This nigga Mustard, he was a 10 Summers guy. He kind of got quiet a little bit, did the balling. Him and Roddy Ricch was all right, cool, whatever. Then it's time for him to come back. Not like us. Whoa, Mustard's back popping. You know who's the other winner? Big fucking Ak. Yes. Of course I don't want this beef to get violent, right? I want to talk about, yeah, he sneaked this in him. I want to talk about that forever. Once it get violent, it might give a spike in the views, but that means it has to come to a halt real quick. Yeah, so these guys can subliminally listen, listen, I don't want it to get violent for that reason. No, don't stop the money train. No, don't fucking. The rest of y'all niggas who got involved and ain't getting no benefits, all right, tough luck for y'all. I don't know what strategy I had. But as long as Kendrick and Drake keep going back and forth, that's why I don't want violence. I'm here. Your boy is here. So, me, I don't want the violence. The violence is going to fuck up the money for all people involved, including me. Now, for the rest of y'all, get it how you live it. You know what I mean? Y'all had to figure out y'all strategy before, like I realized my strategy. I bet I'm the media outlet that's the middle of this. Okay, cool, perfect. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. So for the people who think Ak wants this to go violent, no. Don't y'all see every stream I start? There's some Drake or Kendrick related. We could keep talking about, yo, Drake wore this shirt. Maybe he sneaked this in. Yo, Kendrick just Put out a owl emoji, maybe a new song. Great, we could talk about that forever. You know who that helps? Niggas start getting killed, and now I gotta sound like Martin Luther King. Peace. Like, nah. That shit is not good for business. All right. So no killing, no violence, just sneak dissing. And let's go back to the regular sneak dissing. Battle over, regular sneak dissing, little subs, and let's keep life going. You get what I'm saying? I don't want nobody's shows get canceled. Everybody, well, I mean, again, I can't help that. But the smaller artists, and that goes from any side too, right? Like, name me a smaller artist who got it on Drake's side. Was there any smaller artists that kind of like jumped it on Drake's side? Chat, did any artist even like stand close to Drake? You see, Yachty was like, you can't even say Yachty because, when Yachty spoke on it, Yachty spoke on the battle like he wasn't even Drake's friend. They say Yachty, how you feel about the battle? It's like, both teams played hard. Both teams could rap. Both of these guys, they're legendary. Drake, no, he's a cool guy, legendary artist. But you can't knock Kendrick Lamar. He had that wop, that fuck him up. Yeah, like that. You know what I mean? Like, he just ignored that. They call your best friend a pedophile. Like, he just ignored that. He was just like, both songs are hard. That shit fire. That nigga made sure he could go to LA. That nigga made sure he was good in LA. Sexy Red don't count. Camilo Cabello don't count. Look, the game. All right, think about the game. Nigga, the game kind of try to play the 50. Nigga, I guarantee you're going to see a lot of artists from the West, probably look at him a little way. Like, damn, nigga, you wasn't front. Like, not that he had to front line because he could have done what Snoop did. Snoop just fell back. Right? Not saying he don't fuck with. He just fell back. He ain't really jump into shit like that. Right? Game was kind of almost sneak this in. Like, Game was kind of making it seem like, y'all know I fuck with Drake. So what that turned into? Like, this is the equivalent of the Game the next day saying, why they invite me to the pop-out show, man? Why they didn't invite me to I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. Like, this is the equivalent of it. Yeah, I just thought about it. Yeah, this is the equivalent. Why I ain't get invited to the pop-out show? Game, you know damn well why you ain't get invited to the pop-out show, nigga. You know damn well why. Schoolboy Q, why they canceling my shows in Canada? Man, you know damn well why. Like, let's be honest. Somebody said KD. Man, I think KD don't fuck with nothing in California since he left Golden State, man. Oh, Presser. Now, granted, I ain't see Presser kind of say nothing like against Kendrick, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I would imagine Presser is not booking. He's not booking a show in Inglewood anytime soon. I wouldn't think so. I would think that would get shut down too. And I don't think Kendrick will make that call. I just think that, bro, there's going to be a little bit of action going on around there that the police is probably going to, they got these gang units in LA and shit. Going to be like, all right, man, this shit could get a little spooky. They start seeing certain people pop out, just maybe not even to do nothing, just to kind of show a presence. I'm like, all right, let's get this out of here. Y'all said 50 Cent. Nah, 50 ain't really pick no side. And 50-50. Like, 50 just funny. Like, we all know that 50 go against 50 don't really have no side in no battle. He just don't like Rick Ross. What'd you say, Vanessa? Jason Williams says, how can't you admit Kendrick won? He has number one for multiple weeks, and you advise Drake to take 3 months off. Sound like he lost. Okay, y'all want to get back into this? Because I'm down to go with public opinion on this, because at the end of the day, when we think about who won or lost the battle, it's what the people say, not necessarily what one person says. So in my opinion, I thought it was a close battle. And I think lyrically, that's where it was close. Now I wanted more lyricism out of the battle. Impact-wise, I think impact on what you see outside, I think, Kendrick, that's his strong point. I thought Drake had the best songs. And I know a lot of y'all hate the Hard Part 6. I liked it lyrically. So for me, it's a close battle. honestly, sometimes I get up and I'm like, nah, Drake. Like, I can't believe niggas didn't say Drake won. And then sometimes I get up and I'm listening to a few of the Kendrick, so I'm like, I can see why they fuck with it. So again, I think the mass opinion that's growing or now is there, people are saying Drake got obliterated, and if that's what y'all saying, I'm not gonna try to use my one opinion to like try to fight the field. Like, again, this is hip hop, and it is, people vote with streams and attention. And yeah, it's like I remember them doing a poll with Jay-Z and Nas. There's certain people to this day that believe Jay-Z won that, right? Now, granted, those people usually get called grifters, and that's why I'm not even trying to push my opinion, because those people, when they talk about the Jay-Z and Nas battle, they're like, well, Jay lost the battle, but he won the war. You know what I mean? They do that type of thing. Or they'll come back and be like, well, really, if we really think about it, Jay really did beat Nas, because they'll use two reasons. They'll be like, Jay came with facts and Nas lied, which apparently when you go break down Ether, Nas said a lot of shit. You 36 in a karate class. You know what I mean? Like, you Taibo ho, you trying to work it out, you trying to get brolic. Ask me if I'm trying to kick knowledge, I'm trying to kick the shit you need to learn though. Come on, the Ether, the shit that make your soul burn slow. Is he Dame Diddy, Dame? All right, all of that. Yo, when back in 86, you was getting chased through your, like, supposedly not all of that was true. And apparently Jay had more factual disses, so fans would be like, well, over time that battle has aged badly for Nas beyond. You see, one thing you got to just say, like, unilaterally, pretty much one, the name of his song became the kill shot for everything in battle rap, in any type of spoken word competition. That's the Ether. You know what I mean? So again, it's like, it's hard to say he didn't win, but there are people that said over time, if you're into facts and if you're into bars, Jay had the leg up. Some people do say that, right? Pop culture wise, Nas killed him. Now, I think if you're one of those people, you got to be a big Jay-Z fan to be still trying to fight that narrative. Even if you did feel he won, the culture said he lost. Get over it. That's one of those things. Like, yeah, even if I think that Drake, I think it was a close battle. The culture doesn't, especially with Not Like Us, the culture doesn't set this shit over. All right, cool. I'm not going to fight it. It's just whatever. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Cool. So yeah. That's what I think about that. And also, what else do they try to do with the Jay-Z battle, which I think is going to be done with this too. You know what I mean? Where I think people used to be like, yo, just Takeover was a better song, right? I think years later we're going to hear the same narrative with Drake. Well, Family Matters just was a better song, right? But you know what people going to say? Well, I don't know. The narrative is going to change. Regardless, I'm saying I'm not fighting the public with this, bro. Like, no. And I'm not in denial of nothing. You get what I'm saying? I'll end it by this. If I was going over the battle, I thought Drake gave Kendrick a good punch to the gut with push-ups. I think he gave him another good punch to the gut with Tailor Made. So now I'm like, yo, this nigga Kendrick is fucked up. But Kendrick did not respond. And by the way, we still have to think about like that those two songs was Drake responsive like that. Cool. We then get Euphoria. I'm gonna be honest with you. Euphoria is a really good song. At the time, and juxtaposed to the energy that Drake had with push-ups, I don't think it hit then. By the way, that song, I listen to that song now more than Not Like Us. There's just much more depth to it, much more tonality changes. That is the song that, if you ask me, is going to be the definer in the battle with Drake. Now, will the people say that? Probably not, because Not Like Us is a party record, right? But Over time, I like that record. But when it dropped, I was like, nah, I still got push-ups. And granted, I'm also like sampled on push-ups, right? Cool. Then after that, what do we get? We get Meet the Grams, right? Or do we get 616? No, we get 616. So when 616 drops, I'm like, all right, this is his answer to Taylor Made. That was hard. That's where I get mentioned in that too. That shit was hard. That shit was hard. At that point, both dropped 2 songs. Who do I have up in the battle? Drake, to me, is winning. Drake is winning after Push-Ups and Taylor Made versus Euphoria and 616. Now, granted, I'm being very honest with y'all. Over time, like even now, 616 is also a masterpiece. It's a layered thing, and I know I'm distant it, whatever. It's a really good song. Same with Euphoria. Probably the most complex song that is probably most prophetic in this battle, right? Cool. But at the moment, I had Drake up in the battle. Then we get Meet the Grams. By the way, we always forget Buried Alive freestyle, like that thing Drake uploaded to his Instagram, never touched YouTube. So then we get Meet the Grams, and Drake also drops Buried Alive, but we're not going to really count that. And then Drake waits a few days or whatever and drops Family Matters. Right? Am I right with my timeline? Yes. When Drake drops Family Matters, y'all see me dancing. I'm like, yes, my boy, we're smooth sailing. We're going into the fourth quarter with a 20-point lead. It's over. As long, hey, don't put Bronny James in the game. Yo, keep him in, keep applying pressure for at least 7 minutes. We got this. That was short-lived. It looked like it had 5 replicas of Steph Curry in the game. As soon as Not Like Us dropped, the shit was like tied. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on? That is kind of true. Then, so after Family Matters, I'm like, Drake's about 20. Then, Not Like Us drops. Because Meet the Grams, honestly, Meet the Grams then and even now. By the way, Meet the Grams is the song that aged the worst. Nobody's talking about that. In this whole battle, there's 2 songs that aged horribly. Meet the Grams and Taylor Made. Why did Taylor Made age horribly? Well, first of all, Drake gives the advice to the op to use something against him, and that's all the op did. I think Drake did it was like, hey, well, tell him I like kids. Maybe that'll help you. And then Kendrick said, okay, I'm going to tell him you like kids, nigga. And then it worked. You know what I mean? Like, remember, he rapped from Tupac's perspective. He's like, yo, tell him he like kids. I heard that from a Joe Budden podcast. And then Kendrick only talked about him liking kids, which is like, fuck. But I think he mentioned it to like take the steam out of it. Be like, yeah, you can't use that, nigga. 8 Mile strategy, bitch. Except Kendrick was just like, yeah, nigga, thank you. You just gave me the cheat code, nigga. I got you now. Okay? Or he probably interpreted it differently, like, oh, so that's what you're sensitive about. You're trying to just throw it out there that I think that, oh, that's not the soft spot. Okay, I got you. So, what was I saying? Am I getting the timeline? Oh, then the song that aged the poorest, and also the reason why Taylor Made freestyle aged poorly too. Tupac X-State wanted to take it down. By the way, Tupac X-State just hit me to tell me to take it down because I had a different version. I had a different version with Drake's voice on it. Like I had tweeted out the re-AI version with Drake's voice. I don't even know how they could do this. They told Twitter to take it down on my page. And I'm like, nigga, that's not even Tupac's voice. It's back in Drake's voice. And they're like, nah, take that shit down too. They want nothing to do with that song. They're trying to scrub Taylor Made completely. They don't want, like, in 20 years, people even think or misconstrue that maybe Pac dissed Kendrick. Anyway, so that's one of the reasons it aged wrong. He gives the strategy that motherfucking Kendrick uses. That's why it ages again. Snoop never disrespected it. That's cool. Okay, good. Meet the Grams, the worst aged song in the entire battle. Why? The big reveal. You're hiding another child. Thought this was fucking Maury or something. You're hiding another child. It's a daughter. She's 11 years old. To this day, either Kendrick got the daughter kidnapped in his basement or the daughter never existed. How come nobody ever talked about that? What about the kids? Yo, Drake living $1 billion life. Can't we find his daughter to force this damn deadbeat to take her? No mention of the kid again. And no acknowledgement that was the most egregious lie, period. In this whole battle, that was the most egregious lie because there's no type of, no, it's just a lie. It's just like completely lies. Now, allegedly, Drake planted that, okay? Allegedly. Okay, that's one of the reasons it aged badly. Now, that is the core part of that song. That's why this is the poorest. Like, you don't need to listen to it when you're recapping this beef ever again, because it's all built on this guy Drake is somebody. He's trying to be somebody he's not, and he's running from himself, and he's like this because of this. And let me tell you about his son. Also, one of the main themes in the song too is that Drake, we know you are a pedophile and you should die. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, that song would hit different if somehow we found out that Drake fucked a kid. We have not found that out yet. So, like, and I think in the grand scheme of things, even though it's funny when people be like, certified lover boy, certified pedophile, all of that, A-minder, I get it. But I think everybody kind of understands that when Kendrick calls Drake a pedophile because there is no real proof, it's more of a I'm shaming you for liking younger women more than, hey, I actually think you're a sexual deviant who fucks prepubescent teenage girls. So based on those two things, which are just categorically false, have no merit, we have seen no proof. That song is like listening to a make-believe song. It's like it's like me rapping about a nigga saying, yo, bro, I heard you got 3 feet. I heard you got 1 eye. Like, yo, I heard you robbed your granny's casket. Like, just making up random shit. And like, it might sound good on a record. Like, oh, you did that? No, he didn't do it. It's just a bunch of lies. So like that song, it's when you listen to it now, there's not an ounce of truth other than he does some type of psychological evaluation. I think that was medium. That was mediocre. But the rest of the song is so flagrant in that it would only mean something if it was true. When you listen to it now, it just sounds like a nigga saying shit. Now, and by the way, I'm not saying lying, you can't lie. Because when Kendrick lied but made it entertaining, we didn't care too much about the proof. Like, not like us. Yeah, he's lying about certain shit with Drake, but it's like, wop, fuck him up. You know what I mean? Like it's a hot song. For me, Meet the Grams was not a hot song, and it was just all lies. That aged the poorest. So again, if you ask me, I think Kendrick was down in the battle before Not Like Us. 100,000,000% to me. I'm thinking, hey, this shit is smooth sailing here on out. And I think personally, and this is not no info coming from Drake or nothing, this is what I think Drake thought that as well. That's why I think after he dropped Family Matters, he says, bet, the only tool this fuck nigga gonna have against me left is his bars. I could do bars too. So I think he started cooking up Hard Part 6, lyrical shit to, okay, well, let's lyrical it out. We can lyrical it out now. Then Kendrick does the thing that nobody expected him to do better than Drake in a battle. All right, here's the song of the summer. Okay. All right. Anyway, sorry for that long explanation. Just going off what somebody said. Too high for this to act. We don't care about the beef anymore. You say it's time to move on. No. No, it's time for them niggas to move on. Nigga, I'm still in it. Yeah. No. And when I'm like play this, I'm not telling you that none of these niggas about to go diss each other again or nobody should get hurt. None of that. But recapping that battle, oh no. I'm gonna keep. That's what I'm saying. I want nobody to get hurt because I could keep dissecting. Listen, I could keep repackaging the same coke. You feel what I'm saying? Now the rest of you niggas, y'all had nothing to do with it, so y'all niggas should just move on. Drake and Kendrick, I think they should stop dissing each other. Or actually, no, sneak dissing time. Like it's never over. It's really never over. Okay, like I can't wait to hear the first sneak diss. Matter of fact, I won't even tell y'all what I heard, but I can't wait to hear the first sneak diss Drake got. That's dissing Kendrick. How he positions it. That's gonna be interesting. How does he position it? Pause. Extra pause on that. And also, likewise, this is the rumor. Kendrick got how many stocks do we really got in stock? He really got 5 more of them, Joyce. He's trying to figure out how to make it make sense to put it out. Pause. Extra pause on that too. So I want to see how Drake continues, and he's probably gonna sneak this. I don't think Drake's gonna make another because it just wouldn't make sense. Then I think Kendrick is probably gonna alter some of those diss songs he had at Drake, make them more complete songs, but leave the disses in there. I think Kendrick, from what I heard, Kendrick was trying to find a way to put them songs out. So, whether it's Absol baiting or whatever the case is, they trying to find a way to keep putting the diss songs out. Like, it's like they're looking at Drake, they're reversing it. Nah, nigga. We ain't done dissing because you done dissing. Nah, nigga. But, hey, such is the case, right? Such is the case. All right. Somebody says, no, I want these guys to move on because all they start talking about now is violence. You know what I mean? Or they're talking about how these, like, none of these guys career or like play this. We don't need Drake baiting Kendrick. Let's see how no, be quiet. We don't need Absol talking about let's see how Drake could get his redemption. Man, let's see how you gonna sit out of the show, bro. Let's see how you gonna get on the charts. Let's see how you gonna we gotta see some things new. What are we talking about? Right? So, but other than that, people should, of course, like shout out to my boy, What's the Dirt? He's still breaking down these songs, and he should. What the hell is the biggest moment that has to do with pure music that we've had in a while? Right? Okay. Now, speaking of which, and I did just do a little timeline, and I chronologically, detailed how it went down when it came to the battle for me. Even though I'm saying I'm not gonna, I'll go with what the people say, whatever the people say. Cool. There was a clip that came out, and in Team USA, they have been playing together overseas. I guess one of the things, and especially after they beat Team Canada, I guess the DJ or whoever the DJ who's probably with them, I guess he got a sense of humor. He played Not Like Us. Now, this is not being held in Canada, right? So this is somewhere overseas. I don't know if it's the UK. I don't know if France. I don't know where it is. So this is not in America, right? Because I heard it's overseas. Anyway, so pretty much they've been playing Not Like Us every time Steph Curry wins. Or not Steph Curry, but Team USA wins. Then a clip was captured of Steph Curry commenting on the song, Bron responding, and this is what happened. So basically, he said, damn it with this song, okay? It's not the only song in America. And Bron says, I love it. And I think he said, imagine we're going to be listening to this all summer or whatever, all year. And you're going to see Anthony Edwards come in here like he doing some type of dance to the part, like a certified lover boy, certified. Yeah. Look, this is my boy right here. Vibing. Anyway, that was interesting. The first thing of interest is that I don't know why people expect these NBA players to ride for rappers. You know, but as we see, DeRozan, he popped out for Kendrick. I guess people are like, yo, Drake, I guess we've been saying it the whole battle. Drake, where are your friends at? Where are your real friends? And we just can't find Drake real friends. It feels like we now know Drake cool with niggas, but we don't know where his real friends are, because not one of these niggas is like popping out for him, right? Anyway, two people we've seen him like really show a lot of love to is Steph Curry and LeBron, who, by the way, even though I said the song is aged the worst, Meet the Grahams, you hear Curry say, no, you hear not K-Dot say, yo, Curry, keep the family away. LeBron, keep the family away. Basically, you know, they're putting out the narrative. Drake might want to fuck your little daughter. Keep your family away from the certified lover boy, the certified. Now, this is kind of like, you know, the indictment of just how the industry is. Number one, you shouldn't really expect basketball players to ride for people, but still, we used to see at a point Drake was like, niggas thought Drake was a basketball player. The way how he was chummy with these guys, he would be at the, like, these niggas win the finals or win the trophy, he with them in the club hugged up, like, you know what I mean? I think he's actually in one of these joints, like LeBron, Drake, finals party, like they're like hugged up in the club or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is after like one of the championships right here. Like, you know what I mean? Drake, LeBron, and like niggas like he's on the team. You know what I mean? Nigga here like Mario Chalmers or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you remember this bitch right here? It's after the championship, bro. This is at the 2013 championship party. Like, these guys. Now, here's another thing. Drake was on the shop. Drake, the shop. We all remember this moment. You could tell Drake really fucked with LeBron.
I was really hard on my parents for giving me sort of
Here we go.
I was worried about telling my mom. Was that hard? And I do want.
The whole time LeBron sits there with a face of a proven dad, while he's sitting there watching his son finally take responsibility. And by the way, I think these guys are about the same in age, but it felt that way. Just look at his face expression.
I want to be able to explain to my son, like, not love his mother, or I don't want, like, I don't ever want the world out. Like, I'm just, crazy. Crazy.
He shows LeBron a picture of his newborn son. This is Adonis before we ever saw him.
Blue eyes, baby blue eyes. You know, he's already in the.
He's so proud.
That's fine. See you later. Love, unconditional love. No matter what happens, I have unconditional. So my dad would never.
Yeah. Have you guys spoken about it as adults? He said his biggest challenge.
Okay, there's a part where that nigga, where he's like,
this is dark.
Where he's like,
more concerned about
what I tell you,
get more appeal. I wanted to. By the way, I did. I tipped my hat to you. Didn't have nonstop. I didn't have. I didn't have him, but the other guy too. You know. And now I feel pure. I'm good.
You feel good.
You know. Yeah. And you know what I did? I took that energy, just like you said. I took that energy and I put.
What's one of our favorite songs, Mavi, now?
Sick of these niggas.
Oh, sick of these fucking niggas.
I was really hard on.
All right, where's the one? Is it this?
You watch somebody coast at then you start.
Y'all know the clip I'm talking about. It's like the ultimate like Drake. It felt like he probably wasn't, but I remember him saying to Drake, "What I tell you."
This whole Wyoming on his music, like trying to lend a help. But anyway, we left with, well, I guess, a picture of my son.
Oh my
gosh. I shared my one all around June 15th. And you gotta.
I can't find the clip. Where the fucking clip at? God damn it. Oh, right here.
I wanted to do other things. I didn't want to right further your reputation or your career by rapping back.
Yeah, look at this nigga's face. You don't even look at Bronny like this. Yo, when Bronny's chucking up them air balls, I guarantee Bron don't look at him like this.
You and having this exchange, and that was it for me.
Drake texts you and like, am I letting you down?
He said Drake. Well, why would they even say this? He said Drake texts him like, "Am I letting you down?" Which, by the way, you know, I mean, Drake cares about people's opinions.
Yeah, what I tell you?
Yeah, this right here is crazy. This look is crazy. This look is crazy.
What did you say to him?
He said
Drake stuttering is crazier.
That I can never let you down.
Nah, this is a little bit crazy. Yo, Drizzy, I'll fuck with you, but this is funny.
I wanted to do other things. I didn't want to further your reputation or your career by rapping back at you and having this exchange. And that was it for me.
Drake texts you and like, am I letting you down?
Yeah, what I tell you?
What did you say to him?
He said that
Drake should be like, "Fuck, nigga, you know what you said, nigga. You repeat it. Don't ask me.
I can never let you down."
All right. Anyway, now here's the thing too. Not only that, so it looks like they kind of locked in, bro. Drake been supporting this nigga for a long time. Drake, LeBron, yo, Drake has a tattoo of this nigga, bro. Hold on, right here. Drake has a tattoo of LeBron right here. Let me see. Let's see if you can find it. Look. Yeah. This is Drake's tattoo of LeBron when he was here. That's Drake's Drake got a tattoo on a nigga. Bro, I'm sorry. You shouldn't. Nah, bro. Nigga, I got a man tatted on my arm and he's over here like certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Nah, hell no, nigga. Where is Drake friends? Bro, I tatted your face. Nigga, I tatted a portrait on me and you dancing that I'm a pedophile. Bruv. Yo, LeBron should be checking yo. When I'm in the arena, that song don't play. Facts. That's my man's. He got me tatted on him. It's my man's. He been rocking with me since 2012. We partied in Miami when I won my first chip. LeBron, you a foul nigga, gang. You a foul nigga. That's not foul? Oh, he also he had a tattoo dedicated to it. This was Steph Curry, and this was Durant. Oh. Yeah, Steph Curry's still riding. Steph Curry didn't even get his face tatted. Steph Curry only got his number. This nigga LeBron has a whole goddamn tat on the GOAT's body, pause. And he over here dancing and talking about he loves the song, calling his mans a pedophile. He's saying he loves this shit. When I seen that, I said, that told me everything I didn't know about LeBron character. I see why that nigga been on 4 teams. How many teams he been on? He went to, no, 3, right? Yeah, 3 teams. Yeah. Cavs, he was on it twice. Went to the Heat, and then went to Lakers. Fucked up. Snake-like behavior, man. Drake was right. Ain't no goddamn friends in the industry, man. Drake, if anything, just remember, Curry was riding. Pause. Like, Curry, he's like, get the song. Curry not even laughing to it, nigga. Nigga, LeBron just got to LA. This nigga at the pop-out show, like, he over here fake crip walking and doing all this bullshit. Nigga, Steph Curry made sure he sit his ass home and watch motherfucking Ayesha Curry fuck up all the recipes trying to do her cooking show. Curry knew to play. Stay the fuck out of this. LeBron gyrating at the pop-out show. Him and Anthony Edwards doing the shit. Wah, 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 wah. Drake at the damn embassy looking like this. Y'all know that one meme of Drake looking at his phone. This how Drake looking at his phone when he seen LeBron say that shit. The fuck is this nigga doing? What the fuck is this nigga doing, gang? What the fuck is this nigga doing? Yo, if Drake ain't check LeBron about this, bro, Drake, hey, somebody gotta tell Drake this. You the greatest rapper of all time. That nigga not the greatest NBA player of all time. You better check that nigga. Fuck all that father-son shit that was going on. Check that nigga. Nigga, why you keep jacking this song? You know when you jack it, like people looking at you and like they think we're mans. Why you keep jacking it like that, bro? Why you keep jacking it like that? Pause, by the way. Anyway, we then saw Jermaine Dupri, who chimed in on the conversation. He wanted to react to specifically Steph Curry seeming fed up with how much they have played the song. He didn't say necessarily he hates the song. He just said, yo, damn it, enough with that song. That's pretty much what he was saying. So Jermaine Dupri had some thoughts about people who are saying that the song is being overplayed. And whether you think it's being overplayed or not, well, it's up to you. But there are some people that believe that the song is overplayed. This is what he said. Let me read the caption first. He said, I just saw Steph's reaction to the Kendrick record, and I thought it was very ironic because what he is feeling, pause, is a record impacting the streets. And this new generation, which, by the way, Steph Curry's like 33 or 34, I believe. Like, how old is Steph Curry? Let's see. How old is Steph Curry? Steph Curry's 36 years old. I don't think he's the new generation necessarily, but I guess maybe Jermaine Dupri was talking about the generation after him. Damn, Steph is 36? Damn, he's still chefing up too, my boy. He's saying that what he's feeling is a record impacting the streets, and this new generation is not used to that. I'm sure many of y'all don't understand what I'm saying, so let me know your thoughts. So he made this video. Check it out.
What up, y'all? I hate getting this walk. I want to say shout out to everybody that came out to the LL Cool J event last night. I learned something, I think, when I was there. And what I think I learned is that the reason why is no male stars in hip hop anymore that have the impact that LL Cool J has and had is because the goal in hip hop used to be impact, not sales, not charts, impact. How hard, pause, you could impact the streets. And that's no longer the goal. And that's to me is the sole reason why rap is not what rap used to be. Because niggas don't care about impacting the streets no more. What up, y'all? I hate getting this walk. I want to say shout out to everybody that came out to the LL Cool J event last night. I learned something, I think, when I was there. And what I think I learned is that the reason why is no male stars in hip hop anymore that have the impact that LL Cool J has and had is because the goal in hip hop used to be impact, not sales, not charts, impact. How hard, pause, you could impact the streets. And that's no longer the goal. And that's to me is the sole reason why rap is not what rap used to be. Because niggas don't care about impacting the streets no more.
So, shout out to Jermaine Dupri. I've heard that, you know, he'd like to do something with me at a point. So maybe we'll have a conversation on camera eventually. I do believe that I disagree with Jermaine Dupri on this point, though. What he's talking about, yes, the ultimate form of being a superstar is when your music does impact, and it doesn't have to be quote unquote the streets. It impacts beyond just online chatter and a few trolls or some niche market, because sometimes a lot of times we don't realize a lot of records are niche. Like people have like Cardi will drop a record, like say Hood by Air, which is even is a leak. Shit, feels like a huge record. The numbers will go crazy. You'll see people consuming it, but it's really a niche audience. right? Now, when you get to a record like Not Like Us, which is a rap record, I'll compare it to like a Unforgettable, which is a pop record. Everywhere you kind of went, you heard that Unforgettable record. That record is now diamond, right? For a record to get there, you're gonna hear it all the time. And we rarely get records that impact beyond niche markets. And I know he keeps saying street, but I'm gonna just say niche because I don't think it's necessarily a street thing. The reason why I don't think it's a street thing, and to bring what Steph Curry was saying into the mix, so I'm using a lot of context here to answer this question or make my point. I think when the era that he's talking about, music wasn't burnt out as quickly. And it's not because, impacting streets or it's a generational thing. This generation consumes music, I would say, 20 times more than the generation that he's from, the 90s. There was only a few places for you to go listen to music or new music. You'd have had to bought a CD. You'd have had to been tuning into Hot 97 or Power 105 or one of these hip hop stations that would play you 4 songs and play you 180 seconds of commercials. You didn't get the luxury of literally any song in the world at your disposal. You could just keep it on play. Think about this in what people think. So this is radio programming. So the thought behind radio programming is that number one, for labels, it worked because that's how you get a record to really blow up. People will like the record, they love the record. It's part of what they play when it's out. It makes it hot, whatever. But for radio, for programming directors and music directors, why programming through music worked was that they didn't want people to turn away. So they didn't play new music a bunch. They would just play the same songs, the songs that they knew worked. But even with that, and like they used to do it back in the, I remember when Work came out in 2016, Work by Rihanna and Drake. I think even the person that I think it was either Hot 97 or Power 105, they even said it. We're playing this song every hour on the hour for the entire day. Now, to put that in perspective, that's a heavy-handed approach to trying to program a record. You're playing it, let's say it was going to be like 6 times for 6 hours. The reality is that when someone likes a record, they play 60 times in a day, not 6. When somebody, be honest, has anybody in here listened to Not Like Us more than 10 times a day? You probably have if you like the record. So your songs are going to get burnt out quicker when you play them more. That's just how it goes. Your mind and your brain will only allow you to keep hearing the same sonics before you're like, I'm over it. So I disagree with this point. I don't think it's a generational thing. I think it's a music consumption thing. These days, for example, let me see. Burna Boy. Burna Boy drops Last. I played that song 40 times a day. I only play that song sometimes. I'll play it just on repeat. Oh, I like the third verse. Let me just keep playing on repeat. I knew all the words just by even just singing along to all the time. That's how songs get quickly burnt out more than before. So I just think it's a consumption shit. You could imagine Steph Curry hears that song. They probably play that in his house, right? When he turns on the radio, he hears the song. His wife is playing it. When he goes to the arena, it's being played. He hears it in practice. He probably can't escape that song. And that's why he's like, Jesus Christ. Not that he doesn't know about the impact. He knows the impact. But damn, he just wants to hear another fucking song. And I think Kevin Durant hopped up in the comments and he said that. Kevin Durant hopped in the comments and he said, what up, y'all? Maybe bro just want to hear another song. And I agree. So I don't think it's a generation thing. I just think it's a consumption thing. We have the opportunity to play what we like. And when people like a song, they play the shit out of it until maybe if you don't like the song, or maybe if you're like whatever to the song, you might think it's overplayed, or maybe you just want to hear another song. But I don't think that's people being averse to records impacting. No. These days, people don't want to be programmed anymore. So yeah. What are y'all thoughts on that? Anyway, let's keep it going. So why so Woody actually did an interview? And I don't know, should we do the Woody situation right now? We could do the Woody situation. Let's do the Woody situation. So why so Woody actually did an interview, and I saw Woody. He did it with a dancer project, and the interview he did. I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched it before time, and I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a being with you. Chat. It humanized them, and I gotta give props to the dance projects. Good job. Or I mean, they got interviews, so who cares? I think Woody did a good job though, but like because he didn't come across as like, oh fuck, like he came across as what would y'all do in my position? He seemed humble enough. He took enough blame. He admitted he was a fuck up. He admitted that for him right now, he's having a new opportunity to start his life. He basically even admitted that, yo, I didn't want to like do interviews and stuff because I don't want to profit from this. I know people are hurting. This interview, Loki, made me fuck with him. Like I like Woody right now. Pause, extra pause, and liking Woody. Pause. But I this humanized him so much. I was like, damn. Maybe he's just not like some ruthless scoundrel that's a snitch that when he got caught, he would just throw everybody under the bus. He didn't seem like he had any vitriol to Young Thug. He didn't seem like he had vitriol to anybody in the case. He didn't seem like he had vitriol for the majority of people who have referred to him as a snitch or a cooperant. He seemed like a guy, not the sharpest fucking knife in the drawer, but he seemed like a guy who was glad that he was given another chance. I know some of y'all, I want to play some pieces of this. And let me see. I'll play some parts of it.
And be like, I'm gonna do the right thing. And you got haters. You got people that don't like that. I'm gonna go get him. So that was when I was on that timing. You feel me? Like, because if I had a problem with you, you stand on that block.
I know.
Okay, yeah, let me start here first.
Yeah. Do you or have you ever battled depression and suicidal thoughts?
Not suicidal. I think
because a lot of people have lost their parents young. You're talking about both best friend.
So my motivation always been, I gotta live for them. So suicide is just like, it's out of there. No matter how hard, life been real hard for me. So hard to the point I just can't even cry. Like, I just can't drop tears, and I just sit there and just mad. And I just, man. But suicide never been a thought. It's always just like, I had to take medicine before because I might go 2-3 days no sleep. They give me Remeron and some anxiety medicine at the jail. And when I took that stuff, I wake up 2 days later, I be dizzy. I don't take that no more. So I had to mentally, make my mind strong enough for this stuff. And that's one of the hardest things to do. So when I was real depressed, I had to start working out. I had to put something in my mind and be like, okay, everybody know me for being little. When I come out of jail, I'm be big. So I do a lot of push-ups. And next thing you know, I started doing like 20 push-ups to 100 to 500. I was doing 1,000 a day. Man, they be like, man, what don't happen to you? The police coming out like, whoa, boy, you big. And it was psyching me out. So that's how that went.
Yeah, you put that negative energy into something.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Even when they ask him if he could say something to Young Thug, what would he say?
Gunna, and then him coming out making music and still being just as popular.
And he spoke on Gunna as well.
Not more popular now.
I think the world problem is they in the wrong business. Y'all run about, because you can't, people trying to blame or fault Gunna for something that, first of all, Gunna never portrayed to be all this stuff that they trying to make him be. You know what I mean? Gunna is a good person. You know what I mean, even though I haven't spent a lot of time around him, but you know, I heard nothing but goods about him.
Now that's a little bit cap. Like Gunna kept wiping his nose with his fucking finger like it was going out of style. Like that nigga had some type of fucking, like that nigga had a cold, bro. Like, come on now. Like that nigga was definitely acting like he was with the shits now. And come on.
And yeah, you know, I don't know how Gunna may feel about, you know, everything, but to me, I don't like it. You know what I mean? Because whatever going on with this case, it's only involved the people that's dealing with this case.
Yeah.
Other people are putting their own input on it, and they're not helping the situation at all. You're stirring up stuff, you're keeping stuff in the media. You know what I mean? Who know what these jurors can see? You feel me? Whatever going on, just let it play out. Because if you ain't gonna go do nothing about it, shut your mouth. You know what I mean? I don't think Gunna's a snitch. No, because nothing he say is gonna be used in that trial. Taking a plea deal, everybody done took a plea deal. Everybody done took a plea deal. They done been going to jail. Every street.
Number one, he's, you know, remember he had like short-term memory loss when he was in that courtroom. He speaks here.
Person I already know, Gunna ain't did nothing wrong. He ain't got to get on the stand and testify. You can call me a snitch all day. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It don't bother me.
And he also accepts. He's not one of the people fighting like people call him a snitch. He actually accepts it.
Feel how you feel. Just don't get out of pocket.
Yeah. And now there was recently, just this past week, Thug's kids made a song, right? And in that song, they diss Gunna. Do you blame that on them just being naive?
I blame it on the media. I blame it on the internet.
They posted that or like it leaked or something?
They posted.
They posted. Oh, they funny for that.
Yeah, them kids out there. They in the streets.
You can tell by the lingo, boy.
Yeah,
That
they in the
shit.
streets. Because you got to understand, man, we real people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is what we know. This is what we know. These kids they in their environment. And they seen the media, you know what I mean? They going off everything. And this they dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they hurt. You know what I mean? But like I say, man, you know, God to make a way.
Yeah. It's funny. I said when I was.
That's another thing too. Like he speaks a lot about God. He does. He speaks a lot about God in this.
Talking to my boy when I first heard about that shit, I'm like, that's how I want my kids to ride for me, though. You know what I mean?
You can't say nothing on the phone because they're gonna twist up all your words.
That's true too.
They're gonna make your words be whatever they want it to be.
And it seems like Thug's father supporting Gunna sitting front row should be enough for the people.
When he come home, they gonna have to go from there. You know what I mean? Thug is a pure-hearted person. And whatever differences him and Gunna got going on, I can't speak on. I don't know. But I would hope that we all as people would not let these people destroy us because this is their motive. If they can't convict this case, they're gonna tear it apart because they don't like how big that label has become. They don't like the influence that label has gotten. A gang is a gang. A label is a label. You can't confuse them. You don't have, I can't speak on it. Okay.
Yeah. That's a perfect like ending point right there. I feel you though. And it's to me the wild part is I felt there was a time that aside from like the OJ trial that none of this criminals and they're like you hate these criminals and you're right. We don't know what the jurors see. We could pretend like, oh, well, they're separated from everything. There's no way they could hear that bullshit. They got to be hearing through some source or some person that's walking by to be able to give information. So the whole
how could you not hear? It's just impossible not to hear. I got people 80 years old be like, I just love you. You be like, I don't even, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's impossible for the jury not to be tuned in.
So if you had an opportunity and This was tough. You just let me know if it's allowed or not. If you had an opportunity to say something to Thug, what would you say to him?
Get on your knees and pray.
Wow.
God has the last say so. God has all the power. Nobody have more power than God. No matter what corruption is going on, no matter who think they have this amount of power, God has it. And it took me a lot to realize that. I prayed, but I had doubt. Once you remove all doubt and you talk to God, God will give you what you want.
Is it tough to get to that space?
It's only tough when you ain't serious. When you're serious about it, it'll happen just like this.
And is that what is bringing you peace today?
Yes. I've been to church every Sunday since I've been out.
Cool.
And even when I don't understand, just trying to stay focused.
And chat, when I'm playing this, let me tell you, when you watch this interview, it's easy to just be like, someone's a really bad person, call them a snitch. Because number one, the majority of us, maybe y'all are, we're not street niggas, right? Like, really, we don't give a fuck. For the most part, yeah, we like Thug as an artist, but none of these niggas are our family that's involved, right? Now, if you have family members involved, you're going to be thinking something very different. But we know Thug and we love Thug. So, these guys, we never really get to ever see them, and we never see the humanizing portion of it. All we saw is this nigga in an interrogation room, he's snitching. Then we see him on the stand, he's snitching. And we're like, all right, this guy's the bad guy. Then you watch an interview like this, and I'm not gonna lie, his demeanor kind of seems like, yo, not saying that he's excusing. I don't think he was even asking to excuse it, but you kind of get like a little bit of empathy for him and the position he was in. You get a little bit of empathy for him. You get what I'm saying?
And just trying to get to church, it was proving to God that I want to do better. So when I go out in public, I don't worry about nobody trying to harm me, hurt me, because I feel at peace. I feel, when I say at peace, I'm saying for danger or harm. But I just want people to know, when you see me, don't just run up on me, because I don't want anything negative to occur. But I be feeling protected by the Lord.
Interesting.
He talks about, I think this was like they asked pretty good questions that got him a chance to humanize himself.
Little right behind you. Don't get too close. Just out of respect for yourself and mine.
Yeah.
But God's good though, because it been times I almost crashed out on people, and God's good. Didn't work. It wasn't meant. So I just trust in the process. Just like even being here today, sitting here with y'all, I never expected this. I had certain people, celebrities, call me and be like, "But you better miss out on that opportunity." I didn't want to profit from this situation. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of families that's involved and hurting, and you know what I mean, just all around. And like I said, yeah, I made bad choices, and I ask for forgiveness every day. I mean, and my way of giving back is trying to save somebody else. People like, oh, he ran a church now. Yeah, I do.
Chat, I ain't gonna lie to you. I keep telling you, snitching is a thing now. Because no matter how much of a menace this nigga was in the streets, when you see somebody come out and you see change, and you see somebody on the right path, whether it's spiritual, physically, look at Gunna. Physically, he showed you, I'm a new man, moving different, not doing some of the same shit I used to do, not hanging in certain ways. I'm not in some of the same habits. I'm off the drugs. I'm moving like this. And also, I'm gonna take the arrows y'all send at me, whether y'all call me a snitch, whether y'all say this, whether other artists don't want to fuck with me. It's a likability factor that people say, I like this person. Yeah, I like this person. I want him to win. And I think Woody did this in this interview too. I think this was brilliant.
Because I know how real stuff get. Y'all don't. Y'all playing. By the time y'all realize how some get, y'all be dead or y'all be in the jail crying. I mean, y'all ain't smart. Y'all don't know how to outthink these people. Y'all let these people outthink y'all. I'm free, ain't it?
Yeah. Why now? Why speak now?
Because people getting the wrong impression. And I did. People don't zoom out and look at the whole thing overall. People just taking little things and trying to make it out to be this and make it out to be that. Instead of just looking at the whole situation.
Chat, what I'm saying is that when you're not intimately involved in a situation, I know y'all claim y'all love Young Thug. My nigga, none of y'all would do 25 minutes in jail for Young Thug. Y'all don't love Young Thug that much. You love him as an artist. You don't love him as a man. You're not his kids. You're not like, we need to realize as much as y'all love these artists, I don't love him that much. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not feeling like a pain inside your fucking gut. Pause on that, by the way. Because they're locked up and locked away. Their families are feeling that. So what I'm saying is that when you hear the reason why a lot of people forgave Gunna, yeah, my nigga, fans ain't love these niggas like that. You think that all of Gunna's fans, not one of them fuck with Thug? They probably do. They probably like Thug too, but they realize, yo, bro, like, fuck, I'm gonna still rock with Gunna for whatever reason. What I'm saying is that with this guy, granted, he doesn't rap or nothing, but like, you kind of get to realize, like, when you're more able to not say you're like, oh, and he don't need your forgiveness, but you might be like, okay, this guy's not a bad person. After you see an interview like this, because in reality, man, stop with this whole thing where y'all acting like, you know what I mean, y'all are heard over Thug getting locked up. Come on, man. Life went on.
And then making sense of it. So that's the thing.
Somebody said accurate push is snitching on the community. No, I'm telling you that casual fans, which the majority of us are, don't care. And we're forgiven. Now, do the streets forgive? Like, I hate that the streets have turned to the civilians for them to issue ramifications. Didn't y'all say y'all kill snitches? These niggas is living. Shut up. We don't want to hear it. Don't ask the civilians and non-included people, the fans, to blackball or make people or not support people that you could feel good. No, the majority of people that support rap ain't gangsters. So what I'm saying is that I'm not pushing snitching on the community. I'm telling you where hip hop falls in all of this. The majority of people don't give a fuck. And also, if you don't come back like 6ix9ine, that you just seems like a shitty person. You come back like a Gunna. You come back like, well, he was never here. But as I said, I felt bad for him after this. And not saying that I'm like, he probably wasn't a horrible person, but I'm like, yeah, maybe I judged him a little bit too quickly. Maybe he does have a story to tell.
The light is on it. And wrong is wrong. I can't have wrong on my conscience no more. I had wrong on my conscience too long. I ain't trying to take nobody away from their family because of my foolishness, my bullshit that I did 10 years ago almost. You can't, that's wrong. It's wrong. And if you try to use me to do something that you know was bullshit, I just can't. I don't condone. I don't believe in none of that. That's just what it is. Even if I had to go on vacation.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
What's next for you then?
Whatever God got out there for you.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I can't sit here and say.
Okay.
Down at any fucking moment, your head and making it worse. And now, oh hell no, I ain't nobody gonna try me. Because conversations, that's where you could stop. That's where you could save a life, and it might be you're wrong.
That's why I like the people that's following me on Instagram now. Because they don't know why I'm on that venting. They don't know why I'm on that just saying what I'm saying. See, if I talk about it, I ain't gonna do nothing about it. I hold it in, I'm gonna do something about it.
Right.
So when I'm on that talking, they don't know where I'm coming from. I'm just talking a whole bunch of bullshit stuff, but I'm letting it out.
Yeah.
Cause normally I hold.
Anyway, also, when I listened to this Woody interview, it felt like y'all told me I'm pushing snitching onto the community. I felt like this is actually the story that we should push into the community, not cooperating, but the fact that somebody who was in a life of crime is coming out on the other side and rather act like he was Superman like these rappers did. Oh, I killed everybody and I'm just the toughest nigga alive. He tells you how, yeah, I lost my mama. It fucked me up. I had an anger problem. It fucked me up. I was doing crimes because I was somebody who was hot-headed. I made mistakes. God is the only one that made it possible for me to be here, and I'm dead and not in jail. I think that's the greatest story to tell. Shit, I hope when Young Thug gets through this drama, this is a story he's telling too. Because do y'all want to hear Thug still talk about how he's killing the rest of the niggas on Believe in the Half? Maybe I do, because I think, we in hip hop we like gangsta Tony Montana stories. We don't like the story where, you know what I mean? Like, I guess some people like love the Gucci Man, like come back, I'm done with the bullshit. Now I'm cleaning myself up. But half of the people called him a clone. Yo, this nigga not on the bullshit no more. Gucci, you not hitting nobody in the head with a ball no more.
Against me. But he just want my ID to run my name and make sure I ain't got no warrants, I'm free to go. But basically, he just wanted to identify who I was. And I had a warrant on me. I made it back to Atlanta and everything. They had no locked up, no name. But I didn't know what was going on until I was in the feds. And I'm like, dang, these folks trying to identify who I was. So it's hard to rap about. That's why I want to do music. Because I'm going to tell on myself. That's what everybody doing.
Shit.
I ain't putting myself in jail. You crazy. And then the moment certain people put out music saying this person to do this or do that person to do that, I got a whole tag for something. I got locked up for driving with license, and the dude that was in the car with me, he spit on the ground. They locked me and him up. They locked him up just for being with me, and they charged him with spitting on the ground.
Oh man!
So people won't believe it, but everything I'm speaking on is facts. You can go pull up my name, and you'll see this on my history. So when I see these rappers out here talk about they killing this or they smoking this and they doing this, if you actually killed that man and you just confess to it, like you just killed your whole self. But why are you still free? You ain't had nothing to do with it. You kept. And these kids thinking that, oh, I gotta go out here and kill somebody so I could be a killer rapper. I gotta go out here and rob somebody so I could be a robber rapper. I could rap about this stuff. Man, you better be 2 feet in the rap game. You can rap about somebody else's life just like 90% of these other rappers. So that's why I don't condone it. I don't promote it no more. Like I don't.
Recently, there was an interview with Adam 22 where he interviewed Pop Smoke's killer, right? And I felt when I watched that, I'm like, I wouldn't have given him the limelight. You know what I mean? I don't think it needs to be, I don't think that's good for the kids to see. You know what I mean? Oh, well, he killed somebody and he got out young, so let's do an interview with him or him talking about everything he went through. You feel like that's, when you think about them interviewing somebody like that, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts? I don't know nothing about the Pop Smoke situation. I was in jail. I don't know if the boy really did kill him.
But he claims he killed him, right? He claims he killed him and that he isn't sorry for it. Not that he doesn't want to be. He's just like, I'm not sorry for it because it happened.
But yeah, look at our environment. I don't know the situation, but more likely their intention wasn't probably to go kill him. You know what I mean? You got so much clout going on. Everybody want clout. They rob him, whatever happened, it go wrong. A robbery go wrong every chance.
Yeah.
But what I get from it now, with my mindset now, is Adam doing him a favor. You shine the light on him to give him a chance where he won't have to go out here and try to rob somebody else. He can make money off his story. I RP Pop Smoke, and I pray that, you know what I mean, this kid can have a chance to, you know, better himself and nobody don't try to retaliate against him. But the truth of the matter is, putting him on that show, you know, it's bad, but it's also beneficial to him. He can put some money in his pocket. He can find something to do with that money. Because if you don't give him a chance, what are he gonna do?
Right back.
Right back.
That's
me. I'm pretty unbiased. Like I'll meet people. I believe I ain't really gonna judge somebody until I meet them myself, and I come up with my.
But who are you to judge?
Exactly. No, I'm saying this right in this aspect with you. A lot of people out there would say this is who a person is, and they will judge. Me being in this industry, like I'd rather meet somebody and get to know them there. if I would have listened to the media's perception of you, your answer right there would have shocked the shit out of me. You know what I mean? But I do know that you are way more intelligent than the media is trying to make you believe. And you're saying that in this, you know, just the way that you look at this kid and them giving them.
Yeah, you guys go take the full interview. This is coming out. I've yet to verify it. But a Toronto news outlet that we're affiliated with keeps it solid. They say that Toronto police responded to Schoolboy Q's accusation that the police shut his show down. I don't know. Is this real? Let me see, man. I don't know if this shit is. Is it real? Toronto Police Services Board? What the fuck? Delivered via email. Dear Jason. Who's Jason? Schoolboy Q's name Jason? His name is Quincy. So who's Jason? Okay. I hope this message finds you well. I'm writing to clarify your recent misunderstanding regarding the cancellation of Schoolboy Q's concert scheduled for July 18th, 2024 at History Venue. There have been speculation. Let me also hit keep 6 solids to see if it's real. Keep. Let me finish reading it though. Anyway. Instagram moving slow, sorry. Jesus, I cannot find it now. Keep 6 solid. All right. I asked him. Anyway, so dear Jason, I hope this message finds you well. I'm writing to clarify your recent misunderstanding regarding the cancellation of Schoolboy Q's concert scheduled for July 18, 2024 at History Venue. There have been some speculation circulating that the Toronto Police Service was involved in the decision to cancel that event. I want to assure you that these claims are entirely unfounded. The Toronto Police Service did not play any role in the cancellation of the Schoolboy Q concert. Our primary role is to ensure public safety and security, particularly during events that draw large crowds. However, decisions regarding event cancellation or changes in venue are typically made by event organizers, venue management, and in some cases due to logistical or contractual reasons. We understand the disappointment this cancellation may have caused the fans and attendees who are looking forward to the concert. If you have any further questions or concerns regarding this matter, do not hesitate to reach out to us directly. Thank you for your attention to this clarification, and we appreciate your understanding. Yours truly, Sean McKenzie, CRST. Huh. Is this real? Let me look it up. Sean McKenzie, CRST. Toronto. Okay. There is a Sean McKenzie that works for the Toronto Public Police Service. But I don't know if he would have this type of picture with like is this a troll? Experience Toronto Police Service. Huh? Oh, I don't know. This is real. This picture's throwing me off. Could be real. This is like the tough part of like rap coverage at this point. I've now equated what's going on with Drake and Kendrick to be Democrats and Republicans. You know how the Republicans, you know how Donald Trump just got shot at, and the Democrats, they're sitting here like, he staged it. He staged it. That nigga ain't get shot at. He just trying to win the election. Yo, that nigga really good. He really faked the shooting to win. Like, we've gotten to the point where fans are like kind of divided, but even industry people are kind of divided. You get what I'm saying? And both sides are like, yo, if something happens over there, I don't believe it if it's favorable for that artist. And if something happened over there, we don't believe it if it's favorable for that artist. It's really like some politics shit. Like Kendrick and Drake is now the new politics, right? Where there is no more nuance. We're like, okay, hey, this could be right. This could be right too. Like even me saying that I believe that Drake and Kendrick pushed violence. Like that's like an unpopular take because Drake fans won't agree with it. They're going to be like, Drake ain't pushing no violence. What are you talking about? Kendrick said, the Oakland going to be a last show. He's the one who did this. And then Kendrick fans going to be like, he's the one who said he's a woman beater and he want to fade. So there's no nuance. Like, oh, okay. Both of these guys had a point. And by the way, it's not only fans. It felt like it's even kind of with the media, right? You know what I mean? Like, put like this. If I want to get clipped, you want to watch me get clipped? Watch this. Be like, I think Drake lied during the battle. Watch. They stop it right there. This part of the clip won't ever make it. But Kendrick lied too. They both lied. You'll never see this full clip. You'll never see this full clip. They just, oh, fine, thank you. Clip. I think Drake lied. That's how it's gotten. That's how it's done in politics. That's how it's done in politics. And I think we're here when it comes to this beef where it's like nobody could just be like, have a nuanced opinion where you give a little, take a little pause and just kind of call it. And I understand why, you know what I mean? All along every line, like for fans, I think some Drake fans don't like the narrative that maybe he didn't win. I think some Kendrick fans, they wanted like toppings on the ice cream. Pause. Like they're not just happy with some people saying they won. Like it's everybody's unhappy. Like this is the craziest thing. Drake fans mad like, yo, why y'all saying he lost? Kendrick fans mad be like, what do we get for winning? Like they want a prize now. Like these motherfuckers, like they think music is over. They're like, yo, okay, he don't got to drop no more. Is he the best now? Is he the best? Tell us he's the best. Like, nah, he's still not the best yet. Or he's still not number one yet. He might need to do some. What? They're mad. So Kendrick fans mad. Drake fans mad. Then media niggas are mad. Some media niggas is like, Drake won't give me an interview no more. So fuck Drake. I gotta let him know that the reason why he lost is because he's not fucking with me. I'm gonna put out everything that's negative against him. Okay. And then you have on the other side, niggas is like, all right, let's make Kendrick look like he's just never gonna drop again, or Kendrick didn't win. It is what it is. You know what I mean? We're in the time that finally, hip hop is now turned to politics, right? You're either gonna be Fox or CNN. There's fuck the down the middle shit. Like, this is Metro's fault. Metro, if you had only shut your ass up and made them drums, nigga, you tweeted out pick a side, and now anything nuanced just looks like fence sitting, and nobody likes a fence sitter, right? Nobody likes a fence sitter. So we're here, that we're looking at something that I have questions about. I don't know if it's real. It could be real. Where did they get it from? I Googled, so now you're trying to do your journalist thing and fact check a little bit. I Googled the guy. It does say he's with Toronto Police Service. Now, I don't know how LinkedIn worked. Could this be your, don't they have to like approve you for you to list this as your occupation? I don't know. This is kind of spooky with the fucking thing. I don't know. Also, a lot of times when you see an official LinkedIn profile, the similar profile will be all professionals that work with them. And this looked like nobody of substance. Let me click on this. Is this somebody who's region of Peel? What's that? How are none of these connected profiles law enforcement members? Yeah, this kind of looks spooky. Kind of look a little spooky if you ask me. It looks spooky. Yeah, half of the similar profiles have no face to it. One of them is called Rick Russell. And he also works at the Toronto Police Service. Rick Russell. I think this is cap. I'm gonna just go out and say cap. Sounds like this is cap right here. Okay, this guy looks like he does work for Toronto Police. But look what it says here. His about says, "Why are you not the cop, you asshole?" So they say, what the fuck? What cop would have a LinkedIn like this? I don't know. Maybe it's real. I really don't know. Now, this seems real. Peter Hansen. 800 followers, 500 connections. Okay, how many connections did the other person have? The McKenzie nigga. Like, this looks real, even though I don't know what region appeal is. What is region appeal? This is a government thing. Like, maybe it's real. I don't know. How many connections this guy has? He has 398. You can't see nothing of his profile. Bro, I don't know, bro. This is what I'm saying. Like, yo, we're almost in the we're at politics level now. This might be real. This might not be real. Of course, if this is real, you see, the reason why I gotta be skeptical of it, if it's real, it makes TDE and Kendrick look like they're scared, but it looks like they're scared of the 6. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think, nigga, me personally, I think that nigga Schoolboy Q would perform across the street from Drake's house for his whatever he getting paid, 30 grand, 40 grand. Nigga, I think he go do that. The fuck? I don't think he's scared. Fuck. I really think the venue shut it down. I think the venue and police shut it down. I think the police, they probably got a recommendation from police and they shut it down. Now, me saying this, I'm not saying that them niggas from Toronto wouldn't have tried to wild this nigga up, try to give him the Rick Ross treatment. Sorry, Ross. I don't mean to use it as a punchline, but I don't see, unless maybe tickets weren't selling. Were the tickets selling? Let me look at the comments. Someone said, signature tells you all you need to know how authentic this is. Sincerely yours truly. Sincerely, yeah. Yours, yeah, people end letters like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Who signs their signature with the first name? Could be, I don't know. Police logo is squished and pixelated compared to the text. This is suspect. Yeah. Who's Jason? Hold on, I gotta get some more information on this, bro. Wow, this is, as I said, man, we're now in times of politics, man. Keep Six Solid told me. To be honest, I don't know, bro. I see it online. I'm trying to figure it out too. Okay. Hey, whoever's running, who's on Akademiks TV right now, take that off my damn page, because until we verify it, I will not be the leader of fake news. Okay. Hell no. I thought this was like, because Keep Six, that's our guy from Toronto. If he said something, he's tapped in with a lot of people, including, government, not on some stint shit, but like, shit. Matter of fact, I think he got locked up because they reported on a case. Like, they could do that in Canada. They said no press could report on certain shit, and he put it on his blog. The cops came and locked him up, which I've never seen. You can't do it in America, right? You got freedom of press over here. But in Canada, they can do all type of shit. Anyway, please, let's get off Akademiks TV and DJ Akademiks TV until we verify where this is from. This is an intriguing email, but there's a lot of questions. How the fuck did we get this email out of here? From who? Yeah. Seems odd. Now, I hear like this. That's what I'm saying. We're in the time of politics now, bro. Somebody said Drake owns part of the fucking venue. Drake So let's Google it. Drake history venue Toronto. I don't